Hello, hello, welcome in. Hi, how are you? Hi, Sinister. Thank you for being first and for the hydrate. Let me take my sippies. Nice way to start off stream. Thank you, Sin. How are you? How's your week been? Hopefully it's been amazing. My week's been okay. I took the day off yesterday to just vibe. I spent some time at the library because I was like, I need to be away from my apartment. And so I went to the library, returned a book that I've had for forever. Thank God my library has no fines. Oh no, Sin. Not you too. I need all of us to have good luck and good health and happiness. That's what I need. Or if not me, I definitely need it to be you. Hazer. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was nice. Definitely helped restart me. It's just because my apartment's like a war zone because they're repainting all the buildings, but like sections at a time. And mine, and they were like doing mine in like, I think 2 other buildings between the 24th and then it's supposed to end by the 12th. They've done all the surrounding buildings but mine, and I'm not allowed to put my shit back onto my porch until then. So I have just a bunch of shit that was on my porch in my living room, and it looks like a bomb went off, and I can't clean it because I have nowhere to put the shit. I'm like I'm literally like one bad stub toe away from just throwing everything out. I'm gonna be completely real with you. So that's why I was like, I need to be somewhere that's not my apartment. That's also not work. So I went to the library. I was like, I do not want these boxes to be my 13th reason. So I was like, yeah, I need to be anywhere else but here for a few hours at the very minimum. And it was nice. The library was dead. Normally the closest library branch to me is the main library branch of my system. And normally, no matter what time of day, no matter what day of the week I go, it's jam-packed. But this time, it was pleasantly like empty. Like there were a few people there, but it was like not actually quiet and it was chill. And I just got to casually walk around the whole entire library. But, well, enough about books. While we actually look at a visual book. I'm like, enough about talking about books and reading when I'm about to read a game. So let us continue. Oh no, I completely understand that situation. I am always the person delivering paint to the apartment repaints. Oh my gosh, for real. That's so funny. I don't blame them. They're still technically within my schedule. But again, it's the 6th. They haven't touched my building. They don't work on weekends. And it's only from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I honestly have not seen any of those workers the past 2 days. And, well, actually, that's not true. I saw them 2 days ago. But they were working on the garages. The unattached garages, and I'm like, can you please get the people's buildings done first, please? But apparently the garages and the carports are completely separate schedules, but the apartment complex refuses to give us the schedule for that. And I'm just like, can I please have it? I don't want to wake up one day to beige ash ugly ass beige paint on my car, my white car. It'd be super noticeable if they spray paint on my car because I didn't move my car from the carport. They cover the car, but not that well. Not that well. Which is why the apartment complex was like, any damages to your car we're not liable for it because we gave you adequate warning. And I'm like, that's not true because I don't know when you're doing the carports. But, you know, they're going to fight that. And I have no fucks to give. So every time I come home, I like creepily look to see if they're working on my section of the carport, and then when they don't, I like book it in, and then I try and leave before 8 a.m. so it's not an issue. Okay, I'm gonna be completely real with you. I don't fully remember where we left off. I know we had a traumatic childhood memory resurface. It's basically about how our parents died. I think this is Sebastian's house. Yes, we're borrowing books from him. So, yes. Yeah. I mean, not many major plot stuff has happened other than that people wondering if we were going to become vampire or not. Though our character seems to not want that. This is the worst. I'm sorry, Dylan. Thank you. I appreciate it. Something about vampires. This is why I can't circle too many games at once, okay? But the problem is that I really want to do something special for Valentine's Day, which is why I introduced Velvet Bite. But then I got that free key for him, the Smile and Bloom, and I was like, okay, we need to be careful rotating games. I'm literally like gonna be strict from now on. Like Sunday will be one day, the weekdays will be another, or like whatever. I'm gonna have a consistent schedule so we actually know what the fuck we're playing. At least we have VODs for that. And all the all the Velvet Bite videos should be up on YouTube. I have not done him the Smile and Bloom, which reminds me I should. I did download it. I just gotta edit it. So I'm assuming we're at Sebastian's house and we're talking to him. So we're saying, thanks for the books again. They were very helpful.
どういたしまして。
Don't mention it. Ugh, I forgot how lovely his voice sounds. His eyes flicked to the bandage around my fingertip. Oh, right. We were learning magic, too. From that sketchy dude I don't like. See, I would say I hope I never see him again, but we know we're going to see him again. Oh, it's no big deal. I was cooking and accidentally cut myself. Wow, we're really lying? To
気をつ
Sebastian?
けろ。お前は傷の治りが遅い体質だろうからな。
Oh, he's concerned about us. You better be careful. You don't heal fast. How did you know that? I ask.
魔法を含む外的刺激に対する拒否反応があるからだ。
I know because your body shows an immune reaction to external stimuli, including magic. So you've been looking at my body? I'm such an asshole. I have a one-track mind. I have one neuron in my brain. I have
拒
one
絶
brain
反応
cell.
とは逆に言えば保護本能と言える。傷はつきにくいが一度できたら簡単には治らないということだ。
It's a protective instinct. It means that you don't get hurt easily, but it also means that your body doesn't heal well once damage has been inflicted. That sucks, honestly. You sound like a doctor, Sebastian. Oh, no. Don't. He's a doctor. He's got that dark-haired doctor. He's like Zane from Love and Deep Space, and I main him. That's bad. Not when I'm trying to romance Yvonne.
それなりの知識はある。長く生きてきたからな。
I do have some medical knowledge, he responds. I've lived a long time. Is that why you gave me this bracelet? It's been helping me a lot lately. I had a nightmare 2 days ago, and this soothed me. I stroked the bracelet fondly, feeling its familiar comfort.
悪夢
A nightmare? Sebastian asks. Yeah, it's usually about when I was a kid. I was in a car accident in the past and lost my parents that day. I was raised by Robin's family since then. I don't really know what happened. When I woke up, the car was rolled over and I was hung upside down. That is traumatizing. And he's just like, come on, bitch, finish your story. What could a kid strapped in a car seat do? I was helpless. My mother screamed for help and someone came by to pull me out. Do you know what this reminds me of? The Vampire Diary scene where their car goes over the bridge into the water. Obviously, this is not underwater. But, like, I don't know. It's just giving me flashbacks. Also, it's been so long since I've seen the Vampire Diaries. I've actually never finished it. I've gotten very close, but then I get pissed off. I always get to the part where, spoilers, if you haven't watched it, I always get to the part where Damon and Elena break up, and then I get upset and I stop watching the show. I mean, I hate other plot points before that. I hate so many plot points before that, but as a diehard Elena and Damon shipper, even though I hate Elena, I'm going to tell you that right now, I hate her. But if anyone deserved to be happy, not anyone deserved. I like Damon the most. I don't know why, I can't explain it. But yeah, every time they broke up, I was like, I'm out. See you later. And then just never finished it. Oh god, that's exactly what it is. Exactly, right? Man, look at me comparing this to famous TV shows. The inspiration. It got so much worse and they undid it. See, it's probably a good thing I stopped watching. I did try the originals, but then that also pissed me off. Because I like Klaus. Is that how you pronounce his name? I like him. And yeah. basically, I just see that's why I can't do like drama shows for the most part, because I get pissed off at said drama and then I'm like, too much, I'm out. This is bullshit. And then I never finish the show. And then a few years later, I'll be like, you know what? I should give it another shot because I did really like it. And then I get pissed off at the exact same point, and then I never get past it. So I've learned that if I want to continue a show that's full of drama and I hate a certain plot point, even if I don't remember what happened prior to said plot point, I gotta just skip it. I just gotta skip and not remember things so I don't get mad. Just as bad, if not worse, LMAO. And then there was the other spin-off series that I am drawing a blank on. I think that's the originals I was talking about, because it was about Klaus, his brother and sister, and the what's her name? Haley? Was it Haley? Whatever her name. The werewolf girl was impregnated by Klaus. That was a wild ride. I did not get very far into that show. I barely got into it before I got pissed off. I can't. And then I haven't watched The Vampire Diaries since. It's been at least 5 years since I've tried to rewatch it. I don't know if I'll ever go back. I settle for TikTok edits. But yeah, it was rough. Absolutely rough. Our character goes, but it's a mystery. I still can't remember who my rescuer was, whether it was a man or a woman. I want to thank them, but none of the hospital staff remember the person. Strange, right? Oh no, there was, the originals and legacies. Which one am I talking about? I don't remember which side show I was talking about. It was either originals or legacies, whatever. Someone got pregnant and it was not possible or whatever, or it was bad. I don't know. And then the werewolf girl was like in a love triangle between the two brothers. It was insane. Oh, and those witches that were like, to get more power, let's sacrifice all these young girls. And I guess the ritual was a true thing. I found out later. I never got that far. But yeah. The originals is the New Orleans one. Oh, okay. So that was Legacies. I've never watched the originals because I was literally like, this sounds stupid. And then I never watched it. So yeah, not for me. I like paranormal stuff. I read a lot of paranormal romance and paranormal books and stuff like that. But
あまり目立ちたくなかったようだな。
Vampire Diaries is just not it for me. I fear. I guess your rescuer didn't want to be found, says Sebastian. I just hope that person is doing well.
あ、きっとそうだ。
How do you know it's a he? It could have been a woman that rescued me, Sebastian. Oh, sorry. I should say their lines first before I react to them. He goes, I'm sure he is, for those that are just listening and not watching. Sebastian replied with strong confidence, his tone leaving little room for doubt. Bruh, watch Sebastian be the one to rescue us. Stop. That would be... What's the other brother's name? Stefan? Or whatever? Stefan? Whatever the fuck his name. It better not be the same fucking person. I hated him in Vampire Diaries. Despised him too. Never liked him once. But whatever. I digress. Sebastian, there's something I'd like to ask you.
なんだ?
What is it? Yeah, Stefan L. It's a stupid name. Okay, Stefan. Honestly, should have went through for it with Stefan. Yes, Stefan sounds sillier almost. A little fluffier. Better than Stefan. It's like I'm sounding like I'm stepping in something. Stepping in dog shit is what it is. I did not like his character whatsoever. They projected him as like the savior thing. And like Damon was wrong in provoking Stefan. But like, let's be fucking for real here. Stefan's a liar. Manipulator. Just like his brother. Two peas in the pods, even though they hated each other. Yeah, I keep talking about a show I get mad at. Oh my god, I didn't even read what we were saying to him. We're asking... I almost called him Stefan. We're asking Sebastian if he wants kids. Fuck. Okay.
Eh?
Pardon? He's like, what? That came out of left field. The seriousness on Sebastian's face vanished in an instant, replaced by a flash of puzzlement.
それは家族計画のことか？
Are you asking me about family planning? Yeah, I say. That is so out of left field. I don't see the point in asking about family planning unless I'm doing said planning with a partner. But like, just to be like randomly being like, as a vampire. After we're talking, by the way, we had just literally went from talking about her car accident to, hey, do you want kids? Girly pop.
突然何を？いや、ちょっと待って。お前、俺たちはまだそんな仲じゃないだろう。もちろんお前も知っていると思うが、子供を持つ前に段階を踏まなくては。確かにその過程を経ない奴らもいるが、少なくとも俺は。
I can't breathe. The voice actor, top tier. Let me read out what he says. What made you ask? No, wait a minute, Leatrice. You know we're not there yet. I mean, I may be your friend, but we're not there. There are certain steps people take before they have kids. Those steps aren't strictly necessary, but I suggest that you at least. I can't. Bro's so into it. Bro's not. He's like, we're not there yet. He 100% has probably been like, you know what? I could knock up MC. I bet you, even though that's definitely not the direction our character is going to go in, I bet you if for some reason we had an option just to be like, press him for being like, I want a kid, he'd be like, okay, I don't recommend this, but I guess I'm the best option to make sure you're both taken care of. I'm the adult to your adult. Her character goes, wait, what? Whoa. Hold it right there, Sebastian. I don't mean between you and me. That's what you get for asking out of the blue. Sebastian coughed awkwardly, visibly flustered by the misunderstanding, and just barely managed to calm himself down. I wish they made him blush or something, or like have another like. I want to see him disheveled. Like, come on, that'd be great.
誤解するような発言は控えるように。
I kindly request that you be specific with what you say to avoid causing unwanted confusion. I talked to Forrest before, well, after my therapy session. I love how we had to point that out. And he mentioned the curse. He seems like he wants to have children in general.
だろうな。まだ若いから。
I can understand why he feels that way. He's still young. Even when he's over 100 years old, I ask.
精神年齢は若い。それに、フォレストは家族という概念に接することができなかったからだ。
Forrest hasn't mentally matured yet. Also, he has never experienced what it's like to truly be part of a family. I know, all you vampires have the most depressing backstories. Can't we ever... You know what I would love? I want a story where the vampire is fucking happy. And I don't mean like just happy in the moment. Like, no tragic backstory, has a good life. Like, no one hates... Well, I mean, people can hate them. Let's be realistic. But like... No, I mean, you know what I mean. Like, happy family, somewhat. Like, come on. Every vampire ever has, like, the most depressing backstory. And they don't even have to be a vampire. It's not like, oh, I live forever, so everyone I loved has died. No, it's not that. It's, I was severely abused as a child, or was abandoned and never had family until I was turned into said vampire. You only seek the really rare plot, LMAO. Right? I mean, werewolves tend to get actual happy families. You know what I mean? Like, there are books out there that I've read where werewolf clans they're not always my alpha mate rejected me, and so I had to leave the pack. Not that shit. I'm talking about, like, there's other shit out there that, like, werewolves have happy families and happy packs, minus some drama with maybe a rival pack or something. But, like, vampires, they don't have happy families. Ever. Or even friends. I'm on one tonight. Let's just say that. But like, I've read. You don't want to look at my Goodreads shelf that I'm slowly trying to move over to Storygraph because fuck Amazon and Goodreads. But I've read some shit. I've read some things that I wish I could erase from my mind. Sometimes, though, I do read something out of pocket on purpose just so I could have the badge of honor of being like, what the fuck did I just read? But yes. My buddy just told me about a Minotaur book. Sold. Sold. Get your buddy to send me the name. I have a book. I have not read it yet. It's an ice hockey book, and it's a threesome between. I think the woman is a human, but one's a Yeti and the other is Krampus. Morning Glory Milking Bar. Stop. That's not the name. That's 100% the name. I shouldn't say that. That's 100% the name, and I'm writing it down. Cece is going to be like, what the fuck? And then be like, let me borrow it later. Okay, Morning Glory. I have to read this out loud. Milking Farm. Jesus. Interesting. Actually, you know what? No, I need to see the book cover. Hold on. Before I continue reading in this game, I need to hold up. I need to look up this book and see this cover. Okay. Morning. Why Morning Glory? Oh my god, I didn't have to type that far and it popped up. Home CM Nascosta. I've seen this author before. I haven't read anything by them. Okay. Well, the woman's definitely hot. I don't know how I feel. It's like, I like the art style. I will say that. But what is that? Are they literally dumping, like, is she dumping a pot of milk on her thigh? Wait, hold up. What the fuck's happening? Enjoy. Thank you. I'm just looking at this cover. Let me zoom in. Give me granny glasses. Where is my zoom? There it is. Wait. Yeah, they're holding like a milk tankard on the cover. Both of them. They both have a hand on this shit. And it's spilling out onto her thigh. The face, I so wish my model had more facial expressions because the face I'm making right now, I can't. I shouldn't. I need to stop looking at this cursed cover. This is a Kindle purchase. Yes, I have Kindle because unfortunately I find it is the superior reading device, but this is a Kindle purchase. This is not a keep on my bookshelf purchase. Milk. So you were thinking what I was thinking, Sinister. Good to know we are on that same wavelength. No, I got you. I got you. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'm going to hell. Just for my reading. Just for the books I read. At least I won't be alone. At least Cece will be there. Oh my gosh. That's insane. I had a feeling that's what it was. That's why I had to zoom in because I was like, wait a minute. It's an absolute doozy of a story. Oh my god. Have you actually read it or did your buddy just like recap the whole story to you? Because if you haven't read it, I have a feeling you should absolutely read it just to get the first-hand experience. Oh my gosh. You got the very in-depth Spark Notes. Oh my gosh. I love that. And there's a sequel. No. Interesting. Okay. I mean, you know what? I am for Monster Smash. I will say that. I think it's mainly because I'm ace. Because it's not like... You know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence. we're just going to stop it right there and pretend I didn't pause as if I was going to speak more. Yes, I'm 1,000% reading The Sinister, and if I feel like I have to burn my eyeballs, I'm blaming you, and I will send you my medical bill. Oh my gosh, that's insane. There are more interesting things though. I've not read this. I'm not into books like this wild. There's a book. There are two books that come to mind. You're lucky I'm not one to put you in jail. What do you mean? Oh my gosh. Are you saying you're fond of me? You're too fond of me to punish me? I gotta stop speaking. Jesus fucking Christ. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I have not read these, but they pop up on my TikTok from time to time. TikTok really wants me to read these books, but I don't know the titles of these books. But one book is that a woman falls in love with her sentient pillow, and they have sex. Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm super fond of you too. And then there's another book. Apparently, there's a new book. This is a new book. There's a woman that falls in love with her bath bomb. This is apparently is a new one. And I'm literally like, do they have a tearful death scene where she mourns the loss of the bath bomb when it gets soaked? How does one have sex with a bath bomb? I feel like that would burn. I know, a bath bomb. I don't. That one makes absolute. I can understand a pillow. I can understand a pillow. I don't know why. I can justify a pillow in my mind. I can't justify the bath bomb. There's a pumpkin spice one. Like, what do you mean by pumpkin spice one? Like the herb or like a drink? Like the woman falls in love with a drink? I'm so confusion. I'm honestly, you know what, terrified. It's absolutely terrifying. It's like I read wild shit, but like I do have my limits. For now. Let's hope I never have to cross that line. Our character, because I completely forgot about this family conversation. What about Yvonne? Yvonne is Forrest's family.
家族とは少し違う。フォレストが人間だったか、イボンが介入しなければ、本当の意味で家族になれたかもしれない。
What I mean is somewhat different. Had Forrest remained human or Yvonne not intervened, they might have come to understand the essence of a true family. Now I'm lost, Sebastian. I'm going to be completely for real. What constitutes a true family? Do you mean like blood? Like if Yvonne intervened with Forrest's life, he could have like a blood family? I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean true family. I did move thousands of miles away from my family for reasons. My emergency contacts are my besties. So, not sure what you mean here, Sebastian.
二人の間に契約書が挟まった以上、もう不可能だ。
But with the ongoing contract, the relationship will never be genuine. Interesting. Seduced by the pumpkin spice latte. That's the title of it. Hold on, I'm going to look this up too. Seduced by the pumpkin. Oh, here it is. Here it is by Evelyn Cloves. So it is a drink. Hold on. I have to read this. Hold on. Melissa is so ready for her first pumpkin spice latte of the season. But what she discovers when she takes her first sip is that she is into PSLs on a level she never expected. Join her on her voyage of sexual discovery with a few pumpkin spice lattes, a couple hot baristas, and a whole lot of sensual fun. The reviews do not say it's a sexy fun book. It has 2.26 stars. You had to find the name. That's so funny. Hold on. Where are these reviews? Rhedosaurus. That's so funny. So this person's like, I have a weekly challenge called What the Actual Fuck Wednesday. Oh my God. I should do something like that. That's so funny. Okay. Oh. 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 This person's like OSHA violations all around. Okay, 100% go read the reviews on this book. Jesus. I'm never reading that. I'm going to tell you that right now, Sinister, but I enjoying reading the reviews, so maybe I'll go read some more later. Some people did give this like 5 stars though. Not a lot, but like there are like 2 5-stars here. That's so fucking funny. Where was I? Contract. But Forrest told me that the family is a lateral concept among vampires.
普通はな。
I'm sure the reviews are better than the book itself. Honestly, for real, sometimes I do go out of my way. Like, if I'm bored or I need a laugh, I will go read negative reviews of books, especially if I don't like said book. And I'll just go and read the bad reviews, and they lighten my day because people get so fucking creative with the reviews. It's so funny. I will say though, sometimes I'll read the bad reviews for books I really liked, and then after reading the bad reviews, I was like, you know what? They made a good point. Let me edit my review. Because honestly, my first rating is always based on vibes, and then sometimes I don't think about the book after that. Not all the time, but sometimes. And then I'll just go read the reviews, and then I'm like, you know what? Actually, now that I'm turning my critical brain on, oh no! Thank you for catching that, Sinister. I must have accidentally clicked the button. I've noticed I sound better if I hold the mic closer to me, so I've been holding on to it, but I need now a mic arm stand to do that. But I was just saying that it was a missed opportunity to read the negative reviews for the Milking Farm. But maybe one day I'll just go, we'll just like read bad reviews for books on stream. I think that would be fun. And then Sebastian's like really upset right now. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. I just need to wait for payday on Monday, and then I'm gonna get myself an arm stand thingy. And I need new shoes. My sneakers are literally falling apart, but I've been too lazy to get new ones because I'm the type of person that's to try on shoes in store because I'm so picky, but I hate going to the store. So then I never get new shoes. Hence why they're falling apart. Like the foam out of like the heel ripped out. Because I'm too stubborn. Sebastian replied, but his expression turned bitter.
あんな契約するべきじゃなかったんだ。いくら急いでいたからって。
That particular contract should have never been written, no matter how urgent the situation was. You're being so annoyingly vague, Sebastian. I need you to tell me what you mean by the contract. What was the contract about? Thank you, MC.
今にわかる。
This bitch? What do you mean you'll find out soon enough? Are you quizzing me again?
話を戻すと、俺は子供など欲しくはない。
Straight up ignoring her. To return to your original question, no, I don't want to have a child. My man! See, if I wasn't so focused on Yvonne, I'd romance you right away. Heck yeah, 2 child-free people right here. How come?
もう疲れたんだ。青い鳥を探して歩くの。
Oh, never mind.
以前は
Never
そんな
mind.
希
He
望
doesn't
を
want
抱い
children
たこ
for
と
a
もあっ
sad
たが
reason. Rip. Should have celebrated. I celebrated too soon. Because I'm done. I'm done chasing after bluebirds that never come to me. There was a time, long ago, when I hoped it would come true. But I'm finished holding on to false hope. What if I can break the curse?
誰がそんな話をしたんだ。
Who told you that? He asked. Oh, thank you. We're talking about the suspicious man. A magician named Everard. A stupid name. I saw Sebastian's face tighten at the mention of the name. Go beat him up for me, Sebastian. I don't like him. He's a weirdo.
あいつは魔法使いというより詐欺師に近い。あいつの話に耳を傾けない方がいい。
He's more of a con artist than a magician. You do well not to listen to him. But he did use magic.
本質の話だ。ただの詐欺師も魔法が使える詐欺師も結局は同じじゃないか。
I mean, he's a con artist at his core. Regardless of whether he can use magic or not, someone who deceives others for their own benefit is always a con man. I agree. You're right about that.
あいつは自分が面白けりゃ何だっていいような男だ。気をつけろ。
He would do anything for his own amusement. Be careful around him. Okay. Sebastian reiterated his concern.
もし何か起きてお前が困った時はいつでも俺に連絡してくれ。
If you ever need my help, don't hesitate to call me. Don't worry. I go, I'm stronger than you think. MC, we are a normal human. Strong my fucking ass. Let's be realistic here.
そうだといいんだが。
I hope you are. And scene. We made it through it. Oh, is it Yvonne? The blare of a car horn caught my attention, and I glanced out the window to see a familiar car parked outside.
ごきげんよう、スイートハート。
Oh my gosh! My sweetheart! My love! My bae! Stop. Yvonne, what brings you here?
アポも取らずにごめんなさいね。よければコーヒーくださる？
Sorry for showing up without a heads up. Can I have some coffee? Yeah, sure, I go. Come on in. Yvonne entered the house with graceful, fluid strides. Sorry for the mess. Make yourself comfortable.
ええ、でもこじんまりとしてて気楽でいいわ。
Don't worry about it, says Yvonne. Nice home. Which brand of coffee would you like? I ask. To be honest, Madison doesn't drink coffee at all, so I only have the brands that I like.
何でも構わないわよ。私は急に尋ねたくせに最高級のコーヒーを出せというほど厚かましい女ではないの。
Any brand will do. I don't want to trouble you more than I already have. Then I'll give you the coffee Robin bought for me during his recent trip. I pulled out the fanciest utensils I had and started brewing a pot of coffee. As I worked, I noticed a hint of sadness in Yvonne's expression. Is something wrong, Yvonne?
大したことないわ。ただ、フォレストとちょっと喧嘩しちゃってね。
Nothing too serious. I just had some disagreements with Forrest. I can't imagine Forrest getting mad at anyone. He's such a golden retriever. Did she find out about Forrest seeing Charlotte?
私、ビジネスよりもフォレストと接する方が難しく感じるわ。あの子が何を考えてるのかわからないの。お金は腐るほどあるのにね。人の感情はお金では解決できないから。
Talking to Forrest is a lot harder than running a business. He never tells me his thoughts and feelings. I really wish emotional complications could be solved with money because I have more than enough to pay for. Damn! You know what? I can't say much because money would solve a majority of my problems, but at the same time, it's like, ma'am, maybe if you can't throw money at it. Oh, I still have the blush on. If you can't throw money out at it, maybe you should work on your inner self. Hello, right? Man, to be someone to be like, man, I wish you could just throw money at it. I can't even throw money at my own problems. Here, have some coffee.
ありがとう。いい香り。風味も豊かね。
Oh my god, I love her voice. Thanks. I like this coffee. It has a good scent and flavor. It's a gourmet coffee. All right, calm down. MC.
実は私、コーヒーを飲んでもカフェインの効果を感じられないのよね。すっかり習慣になってるけど。
To tell you the truth, caffeine has no effect on me. I just drink it out of old habit. I don't drink coffee, but I do drink caffeinated beverages, and I would die without caffeine. 1,000%. Like, I barely have the energy, and I take vitamins, but I'm always tired. I suppose others also consider coffee as a drink rather than a stimulant.
そうかしら。スイートハートはコーヒーをよく飲むの？
You're right. Does my sweetheart drink coffee often? It kills me because here's the thing. If I'm gonna be so upset if I find out that Yvonne calls anyone else sweetheart in this game. Like, I will riot. I'll absolutely riot. I drink a shot every morning. Any more than that, I have trouble sleeping at night.
あら、
Oh my. Yvonne's eyes brimmed with concern as she spoke.
睡眠不足は美容の大敵よ。綺麗なお顔が崩れたら大変。
She
Sound
called us
the fact that-
pretty! Enough sleep is essential for your skincare. You wouldn't want to ruin your pretty face, would you? Do you apply face packs? Okay. Oh, you know what I haven't done? A face mask in a while. That'd be nice. I do occasionally. I have sensitive skin. Me too, twins.
それなら専門家に相談しなくちゃね。今度1日くらい時間を作ってスキンケアサービスを受けたら気分転換にもなるわよ。どう？
Oh. In that case, you need advice from professionals. Let's go someday to get your skin treated. What do you say? It would be a nice change of atmosphere. I am 1000% down for a spa date. Especially if you're paying. I love that.
楽しみね。スイートハートが今よりどれだけ綺麗になるのか。
Stop. Can't wait to see how much prettier my sweetheart will be. Yvonne, that's why you're my girl. You hype me up so much. Yvonne's eyes twinkled with a soft smile.
ヴァンパイアになれば肌荒れで苦労することはないのに。もう考えてみた？
If you were a vampire, you wouldn't have to struggle with skin problems. Have you given a thought about becoming one of us? I'm not sure, I reply. Some vampires are for, and some are against the idea.
永遠の人生も悪いことばかりってわけじゃないわよ。少なくとも私は後悔してない。
Let's be real, I'm such a simp. I'd throw my humanity away for any one of them. Let's be fucking for real. Also, almost all of them are fucking rich. Like, hell yeah. Marry a rich vampire and be eternal? Sure. Why not? Having an eternal life isn't all about its drawbacks. At least for me, I've never regretted it. Okay, what is MC's obsession with children? Jesus. You never dreamed of having children like others? It was getting annoying.
昔は切実に欲しかったけど。
Okay, you
で
twisted
も
my
今
arm.
は全然ね。私の家族はフォレストで十分。
That's so fucking funny. And only, I mean, I'm child free already. Like, I'm sterilized already. Like, I legit cannot have kids. But, like, if I didn't have to pay for surgery through vampirism, that would have been great. Take care of that situation, too. Only perks. So what if I have to drink blood? I sincerely did in the past, but not anymore. Forrest is my family now. Aw. Heck them kids. Exactly. Look, children are great. I love my nieces and nephews. They're just not for me. And that's why, like, I don't mind children in media as well, obviously. But, like, when we're asking everyone if they want kids, I'm like, you know, people can be happy without children. We don't need to ask this question, especially to women. We should not be asking this question to women because they get asked it a million times by strangers and family. We go, then are you happy with what you have now?
とっても。あ、でもたった一つだけ足りないものがあるわ。
I am, says Yvonne. Oh, there's just one thing I'm missing. She smiles sweetly at my bewilderment. Her flawless demeanor made it nearly impossible to imagine anything she could be lacking in her life. It's me. It's us, MC. She wants love, and she's obviously wants it from us. I'm projecting here.
深い話ができて、
Fuck.
心の内を分かち合える友達。
A trustworthy friend, someone I can share everything with. God damn it, Yvonne. Ruin my fantasy. Like, hold on, what's say? Full depressed. Not a trustworthy friend. You seem to have many friends around you, I say.
本当の意味の
Friends
友
with
達なんていない
bennies?
私だって大変な
You know
時に
what?
安らげる憩いの場が
I would
必要な
accept a
のに
situationship with
みん
Yvonne.
なは私を頼りにするから
Sorry, I have their volume really high. I would accept a situationship with Yvonne, 100%. You know what? You don't want to be official? That's okay. We have forever. If I become a vampire, we have forever for that. I'll wear you down. I don't have a friend in the true sense. What I need is a shade I can rest under from time to time, but everyone wants me to be their shade. Her words linger in the air. I couldn't help but wonder, does she mean that the shelter, that friend to lean on, is me?
もう一度よく考えてみて永久不滅の人生について私は賛成よ
Give it some thought about becoming a vampire. I'm all for it. With that, she thanked me for the coffee and left. What's that noise? A white dove appeared at the window. As soon as I opened it, the dove tossed a letter from its beak and then vanished into the sky. Bet you it's that magician. Who's pulling a prank like this? I would not think it's a prank if a dove fucking delivered a letter to my thing. I'd be like, magic? Also, why not a pigeon? They were literally bred for that shit. When I opened the letter, I was greeted by mischievous handwriting dancing across the page. Lovely evening, my lady. Ugh. I know who this is from. Would you kindly come out of the house for a moment? Huh? I absolutely would not step foot outside my house. Fuck that shit. There was no one outside the window, but I doubted Everard would lie about something like this. Quickly, I threw on my coat and headed outside. We have no self-preservation skills. Oh my god. Malay.
よく来ましたね。星の瞬く美しい夜空だ。まるでレイディの瞳のように。
I am scrunching my nose so hard. I don't like him. I was like, "Ooh, he's hot," and then quickly, every time he speaks, I'm like, "Never mind." I feel slime all across my body when he talks. I don't like it. It's cringe. Voice actor peak though. He's doing a great job with this character. I just don't like him. Okay. Welcome. What a beautiful night with rivers of stars reflecting in your eyes. Shut up. I can tell by the model. Those eyes spoke volumes. Ah, you're so funny. You could have rung the doorbell. It works perfectly. And my phone too. Don't you have my number from my last visit?
ただ連絡するんじゃつまらないじゃないですか。うるさいのが苦手っぽかったから鳩を飛ばしたんですけど、大丈夫なら今度は爆竹で呼びましょうか。
Conventional ways of communication are boring. I sent you my dove because I assumed you didn't like noise. Would you like me to set off fireworks next time? If you ever try to set off fireworks, I'm going to sue you. That's so funny. Same. Everard didn't even pretend to hear me. Sebastian was right. He's a total hedonist. So what's your business this time? I thought we were supposed to have the magic lessons once a week. Did my sprout die or something?
いいえ、魔法の木はとても丈夫なので。私がここに来た理由は。
It's perfectly healthy. The reason why I'm here today is I prompt?
警告するためですよ。明日のあなたは不吉な運気に満ちています。
To warn you, tomorrow will be an ominous day. An ominous day? Ominous how exactly?
危機が迫ってくるでしょう。
You'll be faced with a crisis. Bitch, give me specific details or go the fuck away. How? Okay, I hate the vague warnings, because how are you supposed to protect yourself against a vague fucking warning? All I'm gonna do is be anxious the whole fucking day. What do you suggest I do? I haven't learned anything yet. Words. I haven't learned anything yet.
魔法だけがあなたを守ってくれるわけではないじゃないですか。
Magic isn't the only thing that can protect you from danger. Sebastian? Sebastian, get your booty next to me all day. Protect my ass. Everard deftly flipped a tarot card in front of me.
魔術師のカード。これは本来なら私かあなたを指すアルカナですが、今のような状況では協力者を意味します。今あなたの周りにはたくさんの助力者がいます。もうすぐ電話がかかってくると思いますが、その電話避けないことをお勧めしますよ。
Oh? The magician. This card would normally mean you and me, but it means a helper in this situation. You have many helpers around you. You will soon receive their call, and I suggest you don't decline it. Whose call? Do I get to, will it be a choice like last time, or have my choices determine who will call me? I'm excited. What do you mean by that?
無事に危機を乗り切ったら、お次は雑貨店でお会いしましょう。私があなたに教える新しい魔法はかなり興味深いでしょうから。
If you make it through the crisis unscathed, I will meet you again in my store. You'll find the next magic quite interesting. Until then, farewell. Bitch, he's just like, just don't die. And if you don't die, I'll reward you with another magic lesson. Everard said with a polite bow before fading into the darkness. As he vanished, I thought I heard the faint sound of hooves in the distance. Did he come here on horseback? I love that. I may not like him, but I love that. The room looked exactly the same as it did before I left. There are no signs of danger, nothing out of place. Had Everard just been trying to scare me, to see me panic? That would be just like him. Everard, of all vampires, would get a kick out of something like that. And to think he rode all the way here on horseback. Unbelievable. My cell phone vibrated suddenly, the sound sending chills down my spine. I glanced at the screen and the caller was... Oh, we choose. Well, it's going to be Yvonne. Yvonne?
こんばんは、スイートハート。寝てなくてよかったわ。
Hi, sweetheart. I'm glad you aren't asleep yet. It's not my bedtime yet. That sounds so kiddish to say. I was working on an assignment.
あら、あまり遅くならないようにね。睡眠不足はお肌の大敵。そうだわ。明日時間ある？
Oh, you shouldn't stay up too late. It's bad for your skin. Now that I think about it, this could be a good idea. Are you free tomorrow? In the afternoon, yes, I respond.
それじゃあ美術館へ行きましょう。課題で溜まった疲れを癒してくれるはずよ。
Would you like to join me at an art gallery? It might help you clear your head from all those assignments. Sounds good. Thumbs up. The gallery was large and strangely quiet. As I looked around, I couldn't help but notice how empty it felt. Are there usually this few people, I ask?
いいえ、まだ展示会が正式に開かれる前なのよ。つまりこれは会場前の非公開展示ね。その招待チケットをもらった時、真っ先にスイートハートを誘おうって思ったの。こういうのたまに見ると教養にもなっていいんじゃない？
Well, the gallery isn't open to the public yet. I got a ticket to its unofficial preview event and thought my sweetheart would enjoy it. It's nice to try something like this once in a while, isn't it? In my closeness to her, I had momentarily forgotten that Yvonne was a famous entrepreneur, capable of arranging such exclusive experiences. I never once forgot that she was rich. I'm going to say that right now. Hello, Miss Yvonne, says a random staff member. Thank you for visiting our gallery. Would you like a guide to accompany you?
結構、今日は静かに見たいの。私たちが観覧している間は誰にも入らせないで。
No thanks, Yvonne responds. I'd prefer to view the paintings quietly on my own. I don't want anyone interrupting me while I'm exploring. Understood, replies the staff member. Is there anything else you need?
いいえ。ちょっと待って。スイートハート、パンフレット欲しい？
Nothing. Oh, wait, sweetheart. Would you like a brochure? Can't hurt to have one, I say.
彼女にパンフレットを一冊。
And a brochure, says Yvonne. I took the brochure the employee handed to me.
時間制限はないから、ゆっくり見て回って。
We're not restricted by time, so have a look for as long as you want. These are all artists I don't recognize.
落ち込む必要はないわよ。むしろその年で知ってたら驚きだわ。
Don't be discouraged. It's unusual for people your age to recognize art. Is it? I mean, there's so much art in the world. Like, okay. Oh no, my camera froze. Oh, there we go. We're back. Oh. But what was I saying? I mean, there's so much art in the world. I mean, I think it makes, depending on what kind of gallery we're at. If we're at a modern art gallery, I'm gonna be honest, I'm behind the times. I go to a lot of like art museums that have like older art.
今回の展示会の作家たちは誰もが知ってるってほど有名ではないし、
Nor are the artists exhibiting in this gallery famous enough for the general public to know who they are. Oh, well, okay. I was just worried that you might be disappointed. It's my first time coming to an art gallery. Yvonne chuckled softly at my remark.
ほんと可愛いのね。心配しないで。私がスイートハートにがっかりすることはないから。
Sorry, but that was cute. Why worry about something like that? Don't be. I won't feel disappointed. You're not going to make fun of my interpretation, are you?
まさか芸術作品に決まった鑑賞方法なんてない。あなたの感じたことを率直に表現すれば、それが正しい感想なのよ。
Of course not. There are no set rules to follow in appreciating art. Being honest with your thoughts and feelings is the best way to do it. Okay, I go. I trust that you won't make fun of me. The theme of the exhibition, according to the brochure, was beauty. Ah, of course. No wonder Yvonne was invited. As we moved through the gallery, Yvonne began to narrate the works in a soft, relaxed manner, her voice flowing effortlessly as she explained each piece. Her fluent commentary suddenly halted when we entered a dark room. A bright red flame filled one wall, its fiery intensity seeming to threaten the very room itself, as if it might consume everything in its path. Yvonne?
あ、ごめんなさい。ちょっと見惚れちゃって。
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just admiring the painting. That's okay. I was admiring it too. This painting looks so realistic that I can see it flicker in front of my eyes.
これが今回の展示の目玉だと思うわ。火というテーマに集中できるように部屋を黒で覆ったのよ。あなたはこの絵をどう感じたの？
I have a feeling this painting has a darker meaning behind it. This painting must be the top masterpiece of this gallery. They painted the entire room black so that the visitors can focus on the theme of fire. What do you think of this painting? Yvonne's voice trembled. It was clear that the painting had stirred something deep within her, triggering a memory she couldn't quite hide. I find it a little scary.
怖い？
Scary, she asked. Yeah, I assume the artist wanted to depict the beauty of flames, but what comes to mind is the injuries and damages a flame this big could cause. Also, it would be difficult for firefighters to put it out. Yvonne looked a bit taken aback by my answer.
そうね。でも炎は全てを燃やすだけじゃなく、再生と復活を意味することもあるわ。不死鳥は炎から生まれる鳥でしょ。
I see. I get you. Fire in general turns everything into ashes, but also symbolizes rebirth and resurrection. For instance, a phoenix is born from the flames, isn't it? I guess that's why Prometheus wanted to steal it. I respond.
その対価として永遠に肝をつかれる罰を受けた。
Yes, despite the punishment of having his liver eaten by an eagle forever, Grody. After we exited the dark room, Yvonne seemed to regain her energy, quickly resuming her commentary with renewed enthusiasm. Thank you so much for today.
こちらこそ一緒に来てくれてありがとう、スイートハート。一緒に行けそうな展示会があったらまた連絡するわ。
Thank you for joining me, sweetheart. I'll let you know if more exhibitions come up in the future. Great, I say. I look forward to it. Yvonne gave a light wave before disappearing from view. What was the danger that was supposed to happen? So, nothing really happened.
そんなことがあったんだ。
I see, Charlotte says. Oh, whoops. Charlotte said thoughtfully after listening to my account. She took a moment to consider it before continuing.
ところで、私が知っているエバラードはそんなことで騙したりするやつじゃないよ。
The Everard I know would not lie to you about something like that.
例えば、道を歩いていて転んで鼻血が出ることは些細に思えるだろうが、場合によっては大きな脅威になるかもしれないね。
Something as simple as, for example, tripping and breaking your nose while walking down the street could be considered a threat. How come, I ask?
この後とても大事な面接や営業があるとか、そしたら鼻血が全部台無し
Charlotte, my
にする
boo.
かもし
I
れない。
know. I'm literally sitting here like, man, I forgot how hot she was. I wish we could date her, but that would be like a strict, like, no in the therapy world. Can't date a patient. That's like really bad. Let's say you have an important interview or a pitch that day. Having a nosebleed would ruin it. But like, look at her lip piercing, her ear piercing, her beautiful hair, and oh my god, she's stunning. Ugh, I love her. So, thank you, Sinister Cutie Patootie. Stop! You're gonna make me blush, Sin. Ugh, I adore you. All right.
正直、初対面で顔面血みどろの人間の第一印象は微妙だろ。
You can't leave a good first impression if you're in bloody clothes, can you? I don't know. I feel like certain people can pull it off. Sin. Then you could have just warned me to be careful walking on the street, I say.
そんなに単純なことじゃない。未来は多様な選択肢にあふれている。一つに収束することは難しい。
It's not that simple. There are so many different paths that lead to the same outcome. It's very difficult to pinpoint the exact cause.
もしかすると不幸な未来が見えたとしても、教えたくなかっただけって可能性あるよね。
Even if he did see something, he might not want to share with you. Fucking bitch. If that's the case. I hate him so much. Enjoying someone's suffering sounds so sadistic.
ぶっちゃけあいつ性格悪いから。
Can't disagree that he's a bit of a bully. I would love if she had, I know the shading's just there so you can really see the lip, but if she had black lipstick on, chef's kiss. And black nail polish, chef's kiss. I would be on my knees for that. Well, I'm not going to just sit back and wait for something to happen.
何か策でもあるのかい？
What are you going to do? Oh, random music. If he fools me one more time, I'm going to burn all his tarot cards. Heck yeah, let's go, MC. Charlotte bursts into laughter.
豪快でいいね。でもそれはエバラードがものすごく大切にしているカードなんだ。傷つけたら少し面倒だよ。
I love that fierceness of yours, but be warned. Everard cherishes his tarot cards. It might take you several attempts to finally burn them. Who cares? If magic doesn't work, I can use scissors instead. How tough could cards made out of paper be? Her laugh is so adorable. Charlotte burst into laughter again, the sound filling the room. She laughed for a long time before finally catching her breath.
何か進展があったら私にもぜひ教えてね。さて、エバラードの話はこれくらいにして。最近はよく眠れてる？
Sin, you and me, goners. Make sure you give me an update on your progress with that mission. Okay, enough talking about Everard. Let's switch gears to the actual counseling. Are you sleeping well these days? Yeah, I've been going to bed late because of my final exams, but the frequency of waking up during sleep has reduced.
いいね。試験もだけど、睡眠も重要だということを忘れないでね。ビデオ日記はもう本格的にやめても良さそうだ。
Great. I know exams are important, but don't forget that your health is the priority. Get enough sleep, okay? I think we can stop with vlogging. Really?
ああ、君が続けたければやってもいいよ。そもそも日記をつけるのは良い習慣だ。今後の主な治療に含まないというだけだね。
Yep. You are free to continue vlogging if you'd like. I'm just saying that I'm not going to include it as part of the therapy anymore. Then what do you recommend I do instead?
運動がおすすめだよ。もうすぐ夏休みだろ。健康第一。
I would recommend exercising. Ugh. Since your break is approaching, again, your health is the priority. Charlotte, don't tell me that. You're right, but stop. Sure, I'll try jogging first. Ugh. One of my friends, I go walking with him twice a week. It's like, I mean, I try and do more exercise than that, but it's my main exercise. And we walk for a long time. Like, we walk a good like couple miles. But anyway, he's like, let's do a 5K. Let's train a run. Let's start training to start being runners. I told him to good fucking luck with that. There's very little that will motivate me to run. Oh yeah, walking is definitely good though. It is. It's better than nothing. But yeah, no, he's like, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't have the I feel like I don't have the fortitude to do it. Like, I mean, obviously I can do anything I put my mind to, but like, I know myself. I already have trouble. I don't breathe properly while running. And I'm very bad at pace control. Like, I know this about myself. And he's just like, you just fix that with practice. And I'm literally like, okay, this is where we remember that I have ADHD and I get bored. That's why I hate working out. Also, I have better things to do. Yeah, fuck that. I have better things to do. Honestly, I wish I liked working out. Make my life easier. I don't like working out because I get bored. Even if I put on music, even if I put on a podcast, I literally get bored doing the same shit. Even if I try and do a routine that like mixes up the moves, I get bored. Working out is so incredibly boring to me. I need a way for it to actually be fun. And I like walking because I am yapping the whole time with my friend. So I'm getting all the gossip and the tea out of the way twice a week. Because my life can't just be fucking boring. And it's great. That keeps me engaged. So I need something to keep me engaged for running. If I'm going to run. Like, I can't talk while I'm running. So what the fuck am I going to keep myself engaged with? I'm not a golden retriever. I can't just be like, oh, we're going to go to that stick. It's going to be great. We got this. Or I can't be, or like squirrel. Let's get to the squirrel. Let's go. I can't do that. I can't. I need something to keep my mind stimulated while working out, and I just haven't found the thing yet. Have not found the thing. So maybe one day. I fully believe he can with determination because he's stubborn as shit. He's more stubborn than me, and I thought I was the queen of stubbornness. He's more stubborn than me, and I think he can actually become a runner. But I'll walk a 5K. I've done it. I also said that if we did a 5K, it'd have to be a fun one, like a color run. I don't know if you've ever done one of those. I've done a color run twice, and it's pretty fun. My area's lately been advertising a bubble run. I'd do that. I feel like that would motivate me to actually like get my ass in gear because I'd be like, oh, bubbles. You know, I would get like excited. But he's like, we can just do a normal 5K around here. Bubble runs are fun. Are they? I have not been able to do a bubble run quite yet. I've only ever done a color run. And then I know there's like there's like a glow in the dark run. I don't think that one's as much popular, but you run at night and everyone's wearing like glow paints and glow sticks. And I'm like, that would be dope. I have to do that with someone else though. Because I'm just a girl. But yeah, I would love to do a bubble run. That sounds great. And my shiny gremlin mind would be like, oh, yes. I'd run for bubbles.
どうしたの?
What's wrong? Asked Charlotte. Oh, nothing. It's just that I used to do all these things so effortlessly in the past. You know, sleeping, jogging, going to crowded areas. I'm surprised at myself for being surprised that I can do these things again. That is too cute. Thanks. Appreciate it. And I was also wondering whether I'd still get to see you if I fully recover. Aw, Charlotte smiled gently.
症状が好転して患者が自立に成功するのが 医者にとっての幸せだ。まだ遠い別れのことよりも今の症状改善に集中しよう。
It's a doctor's greatest joy to see their patients recover and live freely. Focus on your recovery rather than worrying about parting. Charlotte, I will never leave you! After the session, I made my way through the lobby and spotted a familiar face among the passing crowd. I'm guessing Forrest? Forrest! I was right.
君
Leatrice? Aren't you also busy with your finals?
テストはそこまでじゃないんですけど、研究の進捗がちょっと。君は？
The finals aren't an issue for me, but I'm showing no progress with my research. I wonder what the problem is. Anyway, how are you doing with your finals? Not so bad, I say. I think I'll do better than last semester.
君ならできますよ。診察はもう終わり？
I was absolutely insane in college, so what I did was I graduated a year early, and that was because I literally took 10 courses each semester for the first 2 years of my college career life, college life. Luckily most of them were like half semester courses, so it was like very attainable, but I was always having 10 classes at a time. And so my senior year / third year, I like to joke that I had like a junior first semester and then a senior second semester. I ended up only having like 4 classes, and I legit did not know what to do with myself. I was so used to being busy. So when I had nothing to do, I actually had a harder time finishing. No, I'm just a masochist, sister. That's what I am. Let's be. I don't fucking know. I actually had to get help from a counselor to finish my work senior year because I only had 4 classes. I like, for some reason, couldn't get work done, and so there are ugly works for it. You crack me up. But yeah. So luckily, like, because some of those classes were half semesters, we didn't really have midterms. It was just the finals, but they happened during midterm times, and it was just like, it was weird. But anyway, yeah. Don't do what I did. I mean, I did graduate a year early, so I missed the pandemic. Like, I got lucky. I graduated 2019. So, like, I miss having a COVID graduation by graduating early. But yeah, it was interesting. I don't know why our MC being in college just like brings me flashbacks. Forrest goes, I know you will. Good luck. Did you finish your counseling session? I did.
じゃあ一緒に帰りましょうか。僕が家まで送りますよ。
Then do you want to go together? I'll walk you home. Does Forrest and Yvonne have like a mother-son relationship? Because like if I date Yvonne, like I'll be his mommy. I need to stop. I just need to stop.
君
Thank you, says Forrest.
ありがと
Huh? For what?
う。まあそのいろいろと
Hey, that's good. Well, I finished my
僕
associates
が
in
病院に通って
2017,
る
so
こ
I
とを
wasn't even thinking about that
イボンに
possibility.
言わないでくれたり
That's fair. I mean, that
普通
wasn't
に接してく
even
れたりして
really like a thing then, too. Like, it's crazy how fast that happened. Like, we were literally getting talks about it, like, what, summer and fall 2019? And then 2020 rolls around and all of a sudden the whole country shut down. That was absolutely insane. I ended up doing my master's online. I did it in 1 year during COVID. Those classes were fun. It was 5 years ago as of next week. Oh my god, Sinister, shut up. That's insane. How was that 5 years ago? Ugh, that's wild. Absolutely wild. But you're not wrong. Oh my gosh. But yeah. That was a wild time. Yeah, it was absolutely. And I was still working in hotels at the time. So I was working in a hotel, and they literally let go 90% of the staff. I was like the only front desk person they kept on. We didn't even stay open overnight. unless we had like a booking. So like we had a part-time night audit person that we just have on call. I would literally just sit there for like, not even sit because we weren't allowed chairs because it wasn't proper. So dumb. And yeah, I'd stand there for 8 hours every day, not doing shit because we would literally have no visitors. Maybe one in a blue moon. It was absolutely crazy. Like the whole world was a ghost town. Did I read this? I don't think I read this. Forrest goes for a lot of things. For keeping my visits to Charlotte a secret from Yvonne, and for treating me like any other person. Why wouldn't I? I mean, we're like companions going through similar hardships, aren't we? And fellow patients at the same clinic.
そうですね。だから君と一緒だと楽に感じるのかも。
You're right. Maybe that's why I feel more comfortable around you. Though, I don't know what your hardships exactly are. Oh my god, MC is so fucking nosy. Part of me finds it annoying. The other part of me is like, you know what? Yeah, get that T-girl. I added, studying him closely. On the surface, he seemed like a normal person, free of any illness. But the fact that he keeps his visits a secret from Yvonne meant something was troubling him. I'm sure it will get better. Charlotte told me I've gotten a lot better. It took me several years to get here, but I did improve. You will too, I'm sure. Am she just gonna go ask about everyone's baby plans? I know! Like, goddamn. Every time she asks, I cringe so hard because, like, why? And it'd be the most random times in the conversation. Like, with the Sebastian part still kills me because it was literally like, oh, yeah. My parents died in a car crash. It was very traumatic. I had a random stranger save me, but like he didn't tell us who he was. He just disappeared. Anyway, do you want children? Do you have a long lost dream of having children? Like, no wonder Sebastian misunderstood. I fucking would. Like, yeah, that's absolutely insane. Imagine if it was anyone other than my besties, because I know if they asked me, it'd be a joke. But, like, if someone seriously came to me and was just, like, randomly is like, what do you think about family planning? I'd be like, are you proposing? I at least need a ring first, but also then no. Ever. Like, that's just insane. Watch me bitch about this, and then someone will one day ask me about my family planning plans.
ありがとう。そう言ってくれて。なんだかとても楽になりましたよ。
Thank you, Leatrice. You may not realize it, but it means a lot to me. I also low-key, I will say this. I've seen too much anime where every single person's in love with the female lead, and I'm just like, you know, I would like it if I was like in a specific route where not all of them were in love with me. I mean, I have a little bit of an ego, but not this kind of ego. I have some pride, but not this kind of pride. Oh man. It just seems unrealistic, okay? I mean, but apparently MC is hot. The characters of almost every single one of them has said we were hot in some kind of way. So we must be goddess level hot for everyone to fall in love with us. I mean, we are also kind of funny though. I will give MC that. I do like her. Winter break is around the corner. What do you have? What plans do you have for the break?
多分実験をしますから、その論文を書かなきゃですかね。
I guess I'll be experimenting because I have to finish my research. Ugh, Forrest, that sucks. Lame. Other than experimenting.
じゃあ、モーターサイクル展示会に行くとか。今回新しく発売されるモデルが気になってて。
I am so not surprised that Forrest is a motorcycle guy. That's so fucking funny. Oh my god, if we romance him, could we ride his motorcycle? That sounded dirty out of context. I literally said that and I was like, probably shouldn't say that. Honestly, half the shit I say is probably fine and then I make it worse. Yeah, motorcycle quote. I know, half the shit I say is probably fine and then I ruin it myself. See, this is why I actually am glad I like all the love interests, because even though it's a struggle, it's always a struggle the first playthrough, because you don't know where to start because you just want to love everyone. But like, I'm 100% gonna replay this to romance everyone. I'll probably go every other. So after Yvonne, I won't stream. It seems like there's no like prologue and like separate routes, so it would be the same thing over and over. So I won't stream the other routes, but like, I probably, since I'm starting with Yvonne, would probably do, I would feel weird doing Forest right after, not gonna lie, since they're kind of like family. So I'd probably do Yvonne, then Sebastian, then Madison, and then Forest would be last. Just go guy, like girl guy, girl guy. just flip flop. Forest flinched slightly.
ああ、これも秘密で。
He's like, don't tell my mom. Please keep this a secret too. So obviously not if, I'm manifesting, I get a happy ending with Yvonne. So when I marry Yvonne, I'm gonna be the fun parent. That's exciting. See, you know what? I don't mind adopting Forrest. I accept him as a child. He's the only child I will ever accept. If we cure vampirism, though, we're fucked, because then he'll have children and then I'll be a grandparent. I'm not ready for that responsibility, for that title. We ask, is Yvonne against riding a motorcycle?
危ないって言うんです。今乗っているのも説得に説得を重ねてやっと許されたのですが、ここでカスタムまですると言ったら大騒ぎなんじゃないかな。
She thinks it's dangerous. I barely managed to get her approval to ride the one I have now. She'll be so mad if she finds out I tuned it. I never knew she was so overprotective. It's not like you're a 5-year-old kid. Besides, kids can't ride motorcycles because they can't get a license. Wow. So profound, MC. Got him to laugh, though. I'll take it. Forrest bursts into genuine laughter. The sound rich and unrestrained.
そうですよね。僕もそう思う。本当に合わないんだから、イボンと僕は。
I know, right? I couldn't agree more. Yvonne and I are complete opposites. I'm going to go jogging over the break. What kinds of physical activities do you usually do? Do you work out? It looks like you work out, MC says as she touches his muscly arm. Okay, or flabby arm, depending. I don't know what's under that jacket.
運動は何でも好きですよ。強いて言えばチームで楽しむスポーツですね。バスケとか。
I like all kinds, but I especially like to play team sports. Something like basketball. Man, I actually pegged him for either a baseball or a soccer dude. A little disappointed. I mean, I like basketball. I played basketball growing up, and soccer. But, soccer is my number one, though. And then hockey's... My top 3 sports are soccer, basketball, and hockey. Not that I watch any of them enough to actually have a favorite team or a favorite player or anything like that. It's very rare. I like to go in person. I prefer to watch a game in person than on a TV. But if I'm bored enough, I'll put on a random game and then I'll just get very much attached to a team randomly and then I'll forget all about them the next day. I just will pick a side so I can feel like I'm winning. or if I end up losing and then I get mad. But it's okay. Do you like combat sports?
え、いや、それは別に。
Forrest is like, I'm anti-violence. I don't really enjoy. Oh, that a really easy way to consume sport. I mean, like, it's great that people can get into sports. I mean, I do. It's how I feel about like K-pop. I get into a group, I learn, or even music in general, not just K-pop. I get into a group, I know all their names. I have like photo cards or make my own. Like I get their merch, so I totally get it for like a sports perspective. I feel like though I would get too attached to a player, and if they got traded, I would just abandon all loyalty to a team. You know, but like not in one of those like parasocial creepy ways. You know, I just be like, well, they worked hard. Why would I just abandon them because they're no longer on my team? Forrest goes, I don't really enjoy. Oh, I spent $90 on an album pre-order this week. Nice. I wish I could say that's I've never spent that much on an album pre-order. I've spent more. When I was doing when New Jeans was still relevant and they didn't fuck themselves over with their contract, they had an album release I was super excited for. I pre-ordered all these special editions. I think it was like $180. I was like, so yeah. Yeah. I've spent so much money on albums and shit. I actually have a CD player and I listen to the actual CDs. Everyone's like, you K-pop collectors don't actually like buy these albums just for the photo cards and you don't actually do anything with your albums. And I'm like, wrong. I actually have a CD player with a remote and everything and I play them because I'm going to get my fucking money's worth. Especially if I didn't pull the card I wanted. Got a limited edition vinyl CD and a cassette tape. Ooh, oh, and a t-shirt. Nice. For what group? Out of curiosity. That's awesome. All of the same album? Oh, I get it. Ghosts? Okay. Oh, no judgment here, Sinister. I have quite literally... There's one album that had like 6 versions. I have each different version of the same fucking album. It's the same music. Just different colors on the box and different photo cards included. So, you know, no judgment from me. All those like special editions like New Jeans, they were all the same fucking music. Like, please. So, I also learned my lesson because my alt group is Astro. They don't really perform anymore as a group, which is understandable. But I've been trying to backtrack on their albums, and it's so fucking difficult because they weren't like, I mean, they were big, but not like super duper big. And so, but like, so trying to backtrack and get all the album versions is a pain in the ass. So now I'm just like, if it's a group I really like, I'm just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it because honestly, missing out is so much worse because it ends up being more expensive in the end. It really does. It's cheaper to actually get it when it comes out. I will say though, I was so fucking lucky when I first got into Astro. I still miss their previous albums. I did end up collecting them all, but I ended up finding their winter album signed by everyone, and I only got it for 20 bucks. It was amazing. If I were to sell that thing now, I could probably sell it for like 500 bucks. I will never sell it. I want that album to be buried with me. No one's getting to enjoy it. I will enjoy it in the afterlife. My grave's gonna be robbed by K-pop fans just to get like some of the merch I have. Love that motivation. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Without warning, Forrest yanked me closer. Forrest, what are you do? Holy, did we just get shot at? What do you mean bang, 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 game? With just a few shots, Forrest's body lost balance and we crumpled to the ground together. The sharp metallic scent of blood stung my nose. What is this music? What is this calm, serene music we get when we just got fucking shot? Probably not me, it was probably Forrest. Yeah, what? Forrest, no!
大丈夫ですか?
Bitch, you're the one that got shot. Don't ask me if I'm alright. I'm okay, but you're...
僕は平気だから。このまま倒れたふりをして誰かが君を狙ってる。
I'm okay. Just act like you're shot. Someone's after you. Forrest's breathing was labored, his heart pounding wildly beneath my hand. With each breath, his clothes become more saturated with blood. It would be a miracle if he wasn't dying from blood loss. A vampire dying from loss of blood? The irony wasn't even funny anymore.
病院でなんだか嫌な予感がして一緒に帰ろうって
This is insane.
誘ったのですがまさかその予感が当たるなんて
Also, whatever this voice actor was paid needs to be doubled. Anyway, I felt something strange at the clinic, so I said I'd come with you. I guess these instincts never fail me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're hurt because of me.
謝らないで。さっき僕に言ったでしょ。良くなるって。だからこの傷もすぐに。
Don't be sorry. Like you said earlier, things will get better. This will also get better in no time. Bro's casually like, yeah, this hurts, but I'm fine. I didn't mean that for injuries this serious. I cried, my mind spinning as I tried to think of a solution. One desperate possibility flashed through my mind. Forrest, can you heal your wound if you drink blood? I can give you my blood.
ダメです。
I can't.
そんなできません。
Blood has no effect?
そういうわけじゃなくて、僕には効かないんです。
I don't mean that. It just won't work on me. What kind of vampire won't blood help things? What? Forrest, stop being so mysterious. Forrest is literally the most mysterious one out of everyone here, and it's both intriguing and frustrating. Forrest's voice trailed off, his breath heavy as he struggled to continue.
僕ヴァンパイアじゃないですから。
What? 'Cause I'm not a vampire. Wait. What? Wait, what? What? I'm shooketh. I'm shocked. What the fuck? Oh, well, yeah, no wonder. Huh? What? So what did Sebastian mean by contract? What do you mean? I thought he meant like a vampire life contract. I'm so confused. What do you mean?
ほら、やつは言ったみたいだ。
Wait, he's hundreds of years old though.
ここで待っていればすぐイボンが。
The gunman is gone. Stay calm. Yvonne will be here soon. How the did you call her? Did I miss the part of you calling her? What? Is he like a witch? Is he also a magician? A demon maybe? It could be a demon. I mean, he did say contract. Forrest? Forrest? I called out, but he did not respond. I bolted back into the house, my heart pounding as I frantically searched for help. Madison! Madison!
私まだ起きる時間じゃ。
I would fawn over you, Madison, but not the fuck now. She goes, I'm still in bed. That's not the issue. Madison! I shook Madison awake, tugging off her headphones. She groggily staggered to her feet, disoriented.
もううるさいわね。なんなのよ。え、あんた何その格好。事故にでもあった？怪我は何があったの？
Oh, come on. What's the fuss? Hey, what happened to you? Were you hit by a car? What's going on? Come on out, I say. We're in trouble. Girly pop. Madison screamed as if she'd just seen a scene straight out of a horror movie.
救急車。いや、イボンは呼んだ。セバスチャンは？
Call 911. No, call Yvonne. Did you call her? What about Sebastian? Okay, but Madison's panicked voice was perfect. It was. Honestly, all the voice actors, whatever they were paid, should get paid more. I like them. They're all pretty good. Oh gosh, I didn't. MC, please.
バカ、真っ先に連絡するべきでしょ。早くして。
Dum dum. You should. Madison calling me a dum dum, top tier. Anyway, you should have done that first. Call them now. Okay. I tried calling Yvonne's number, but the call went straight to hold. I couldn't reach her. The person you are trying to reach is not available. Please leave a message after the tone. What's going on? Without wasting another second, I quickly dialed Sebastian's number. Fortunately, he picked up right away. Sebastian, we're in trouble. I'm not joking.
落ち着け。何があった？
Calm down and talk to me. What's the matter? Forrest has been shot and is critical condition.
今どこにいる？
Where is he now? In front of my place.
わかった。すぐに向かう。
Okay, I'll be there soon, he says. While I'm still on hold on the phone with Sebastian, a familiar sports car suddenly pulled up in front of my house. Yvonne,
フォレストは
how the fuck did she know? Where's Forrest? Over here.
フォレストああ、なんてこと。一体何があったの？
Forrest, oh my gosh, how could this happen to you?
出血が止まらないみたいです。どうしたらいいですか？
He won't stop bleeding. What should we do?
ここではダメ。安全な場所に移らないと。
Not here. I need to take him somewhere safe. Without hesitation, Yvonne swiftly picked up Forrest. Oh my god, I love a strong woman. And carefully placed him in her sports car. As the car sped away, I turned to Madison, my mind racing with questions. What do we do?
セバスチャンは？
Where's Sebastian? She asked. He said he'll be here.
じゃあとりあえず待とう。
Then let's just wait. Sebastian arrived less than 10 minutes after Yvonne left. Had he been nearby all along? Sebastian, Yvonne left with Forrest. She said she was taking him to a safer place.
多分自宅へ連れ帰ったんだろう。お前たちは俺の車に乗れ。
She probably went to her house. Get in my car. Madison and I quickly climbed into Sebastian's car, and we sped off toward Yvonne's mansion.
セバスティアン、ちょうどあなたを探していたのよ。
Sebastian, I've been looking for you, says Yvonne.
彼の容体は？
How's he doing?
命に別状はないわ。弾丸も全部抜いたし、傷も縫った。ただ、問題なのは。
I've given him all the immediate treatments I could. I removed the bullets and stitched the wounds, but the only problem is... She trailed off. Her eyes shifted to me and Madison.
彼女たちはどうして連れてきたの？
Yvonne, you keep ruining it. Stop calling me a kid. Ahem, she goes, why did you bring these kids?
一緒に来ると言うから。
They wanted to come with me. As if I could, like, be okay by myself.
あなた、私があれを隠そうとどれだけ努力したか分かってて。
You know how hard I've been trying to hide it. Hide what, Yvonne? Hide what? Please let the secret be out after this.
もうあれを隠す段階はとっくに過ぎている。そして今は争っている場合ではない。
We've passed the stage where we could hide things. Besides, I don't believe we have much time left to argue.
あなた、いえ、もういい。やめましょう。問題は傷が癒えていないということね。
I forget it. Fine. The problem is he's not healing from his injuries. I may not be dating him right now, but he's not allowed to die. Just saying that. I'm just putting that out there in the universe. If he does, I will be fucking pissed and I will just end the game. We'll play something else for the remainder of stream. I do that with games too. I get pissed. You'll be lucky if I get back to you.
いつかの状況と似ているわ。昔は素直に私の言うことを聞いていたのに、今は。
It's just like the last time. He listened to me back then, but now he's refusing everything I say.
説得してみないと。
We'll have to do some convincing. Convince him of what? I'm so incredibly anxious. I'm so concerned. Sebastian turned to me.
どうしたらいいと思う？
What would you like to do about this? Do about what? Why am I being a decision maker? I don't know what's going on. Bruh. Me? Do you want me to do something?
要約すると、フォレストは今、とある理由で治療を拒否している。
In a nutshell, Forrest is refusing to get treated for a number of reasons. Why, I ask?
治療をすれば、フォレストが最も望むことを諦めなければならない。
Because to treat him, Forrest will have to give up what he wants the most. What does he want the most? I have so many questions. Is there any other way?
ある。ただ、それは本人が頑なに拒否するだろうし、何よりも成功率が非常に低い。
There is, but Forrest will certainly disapprove of that. Most importantly, it is highly unlikely that it would succeed. What could Forrest have to give up that's more important than his life?
言っておくが、お前がどんな選択をしても、
Why am I
それは間違い
making the
ない。
decision? To add on, you're not at any fault whether you make the decision or not. I want Forrest to live. There's no reason for him to die when he can live. What an ignorant thing to say when we don't know what he'd be giving up.
そうか。イボン、今この場でフォレストを説得できるのは彼女だけだ。
I understand. Yvonne, Beatrice is the only person among us who can convince Forrest. Why? Oh, right, because I'm the goddess MC. Yvonne squeezed my hand, her eyes filled with desperation.
スイートハート、お願い。フォレストに治療を受けるよう説得して。
Sweetheart, please. Please convince Forrest to get treated. I'm counting on you. Oh my god, the pressure. I'll do what I can. Forrest lay in bed, heavily bandaged, his complexion as pale as ice. Even the woman Madison had drained of blood at the Halloween party looked healthier than he did. Forrest.
君
Beatrice? Forrest barely managed to lift his eyelids.
体はどうですか
How am I
びっくり
feeling? Forrest, shut the
しまし
fuck
た
up.
ね
How are you feeling? Sorry for scaring you earlier. This is not the time to worry about me. Don't you get it, you silly? You silly, silly boy. Tisk tisk.
でも君が無事でよかった
I'm glad you're okay. I was worried. Is there a reason why you're refusing your treatment? Others are worried because your wound is not healing.
ずっと前から決めていたので詳しくは言えないけど
I can't explain it at all, but it's something I've been telling myself for a very long time. Forrest averted his gaze, looking dejected. So are you telling yourself to die when you could clearly live?
おかしいかな
Is that something strange to you? He asked. Are you asking if I'm suicidal? What a weird thing. Of course it is. What am I supposed to do if you die after saving me like that? Do you want me to live the rest of my life feeling guilty about you? Is that what you really want?
そんなこと
The good
望む
old
わけ
guilt
ない
trip. That's not what I want. Live for me, Forrest, even though I'm gonna romance your mother. Live for me, for moi. Forrest's breathing became ragged. Sebastian told me about your treatment, and I don't get what the difference that makes. Even if you have to sacrifice what you want for a moment, it also means you can find a way to have it back. Shouldn't you live first?
本当に変ですね
Strange. Bitch, fuck you. I'm trying to save your life. What is, I ask?
君は僕の事情を全く知らないのにそんな君の言葉に心が揺れているなんて
That I'm being swayed by you, even though you probably don't know my whole story. What's important isn't knowing every detail about you, I respond, but the sincerity I feel towards you. I genuinely wish for your recovery. I replied, squeezing his hand gently.
わかりましたその代わり一つ手伝ってほしいことがあります
Alright, but I need you to help me with one thing. Tell me about it.
元気になったらその時に
Bruh. I'll tell you when I'm better. You better get fucking better. Better hold up your bargain.
どうだった？
How did it go? Asked Yvonne. He agreed. He said he'll get the treatment. Everyone in the living room exhaled in unison, the tension in the air dissipating. Yvonne almost sprinted toward Forrest's bedroom. If you don't get better, I'll unalive you myself. For real though. Like, bitch, if you die, I'll pull your ass out of the underworld just to kill you again myself. That's how mad I'd be. Madison goes, "Can I ask something?" She looked around nervously before continuing.
さっきから思ってたんですけど、わざわざ治療なんかしなくても
Madison
人間
doesn't
を
know
一
he's
人
not a
吸
vampire
血すればいいんじゃない
either.
ですか。私にはちょっとわかんなくて。
I was just thinking, wouldn't it be easier if you just drank someone's blood? I don't get why we have to go through this complicated process.
それは不可能だ。というのも。
That won't work, says Sebastian, because... Sebastian glanced towards Forrest's bedroom with unreadable eyes. Oh my god, do not leave me in suspense.
時間ができたら説明しよう。マディソン、お前はフォレストについてどこまで知っている？
God, just tell me. Now I'm a MC getting mad that he's quizzing people. He goes, I think it's time I explain. Madison, what do you know about Forrest?
年齢は100歳以上。イボンがフォレストをヴァンパイアにして食べ物を通じて魔法を使うことができる。これくらい？
That he's 100 years old, was turned into a vampire by Yvonne, and can cast magic through his cooking?
君は？
And you, Leatrice? I know about the same. Oh, and he told me that he likes beaches, and... Bitch, this is not the time! I remember Forrest's words just before he lost consciousness. That he's not a vampire. He told me before he lost his consciousness.
はあ？
What? Madison looked back and forth between me and Sebastian in shock.
じゃあフォレストはただの童顔じじいってわけ？
That is Forrest a grandpa with the face of a really young guy? Only Madison would say shit like that. Oh, that's so funny. He likes... Sorry, I can't even read it at your comment out loud without laughing. He likes long walks on the beach, and he didn't tell me his plans for kids or not. This game is so stupid. I love it. I say, I'm pretty sure it's not about that. Forrest's appearance was inexplicably youthful. It was as if time had paused for him at around 20.
あ、わかった。時間が巻き戻るのよ。生まれた時はおじいちゃんで、そこから徐々に赤ちゃんへ。
Madison! She goes, oh, I know. His time is flowing backward. He was born a grandpa and is becoming a baby. Girly Pop, stop guessing! Madison, you're watching too many movies.
それじゃあ、まさか血液アレルギー？うわー、きつそう。
Then is he allergic to blood? Ugh, that must be a tough life. Despite my protests, Madison's wild imagination kept running rampant. I thought back to a conversation I had with Sebastian earlier. You told me last time there was some sort of contract between them. Do you mean there was a give and take between Forrest and Yvonne as a vampire? Sebastian nodded in confirmation.
その通り。イボンは契約の主で、フォレストは彼女のサーバントだ。若さはその契約で生まれた副産物とでも言うのか。
Oh, interesting. Yvonne is the contractor and Forrest is her servant. His eternal youth is just a side benefit of the contract.
ああ、そういえばそんな制度あったわね。
Madison goes, oh, I heard there was something like that. Madison's eyes widened as she clapped her hands together in realization, but then her enthusiasm quickly faded, replaced by a puzzled frown.
でも、サーバント契約は禁止されたんじゃ。
But I thought the servant contract was forbidden. Intrigue.
無制限に兵士を従えることができてしまうから、元老会の許諾を得なくてはならないと全てのヴァンパイアが誓った。すごく重要なことだって言ってたじゃないですか。
Because that power allowed a vampire to have potentially unlimited pawns, every single vampire took an oath never to use it unless permission was granted by the Senate. You told me how important that was to remember.
契約で得をするのは主人だけだ。
Besides, it's only the master who truly benefits from the contract, says Sebastian.
サーバントはヴァンパイアの権能を一部与えられるが、その代価として絶対的な忠誠を誓わなければならない。
What?
例えば、サーバントは常に主人の体の状態に影響を受ける。つまり、主人が死ねばサーバントも死ぬことになる。しかし、サーバントが死んだからといって主人に影響はない。
The servant gains some of the vampire's powers, but in return, he must give absolute loyalty to his vampire master. For example, words, if the master dies, the servant also dies, but the reverse isn't true. It suddenly made sense why Forrest balked at the idea of Yvonne being his adoptive mother. With that contract in place, the relationship could never be that of a parent and child. I recalled what Yvonne had mentioned in her office, how she had raised Forrest since he was a child. If she only wanted a loyal subordinate, she wouldn't have gone to such great lengths. Yvonne seemed to care a lot about Forrest. Why would she do that to him?
それは
That's because... Before he could finish, Yvonne emerged from Forrest's bedroom. Yvonne, is Forrest okay?
助けてくれてありがとうね、スイートハート。さっきはあまりに必死でお礼を言う余裕がなかったのよ。
Thanks for your help, sweetheart, says Yvonne. I was so out of it earlier that I didn't properly thank you for convincing him.
治療はうまくいったわ。あなたが説得してくれたおかげで一眠りしたらかなり回復するはずよ。
He got his treatment on time and he's doing well now. He'll be back to his usual self after a good night's sleep. Not gonna lie, I'm now like suspicious of Yvonne. I mean, they probably had a good reason to have that contract, but now I'm just like, it better be a good fucking ass reason to make Forrest your servant. You're like, I don't know how I feel about this. Little turned off, not gonna lie. I don't like that kind of shit.
やっと一息つけるわね。
Phew, says Madison. I'm glad it's over. Thank goodness, I say. I would have completely lost it if something terrible happened to Forrest because of me.
一体どこのゲスが何の罪もないあの子をあんな目に遭わせたのかしら。
I don't know which dog did this to him, but I'm gonna find out and make that thing pay. Heck yeah, Yvonne!
普通の人間だったら即死だったのよ。見つけたらズタズタにしてやる。
How dare a dog touch my innocent kid? He could have died if he were an average human. The intensity in her voice sent a chill through the room. Madison instinctively clung to my side.
めちゃくちゃ
Oh,
怒ってる。
Madison, baby girl!
イボンってこうなると怖いのよね。
Oh my god, all I want to do whenever Madison comes up, I just want to pinch her cheeks and hug her and protect her from everyone and everything. She goes, oh shit, Yvonne's mad. She gets really scary when she's angry.
話を戻すぞ。君、ヴァンパイアになる方法は知っているか？
Back to explaining. Beatrice, do you know how a person becomes a vampire? I don't, I say. Do you get infected when a vampire bites you?
方法はブラッディバイブルに記されている。
Whoops. It was written in the Bloody Bible, he says. I try to recall what the Bloody Bible had said. Did it mention that? In the beginning, God bestowed the branch of immortality and fashioned a stake from it? I wondered if there was more to it than just that. Do you mean the stake?
はじめに、神は人間に不滅の枝を授けた。人間はその枝を受け、杭を作った。
At the beginning of everything, God bestowed upon the man the branch of immortality. The man created the stake with that branch.
そして己の心臓を貫き、その血を祭壇の上に流した彼は、最初の犠牲者であり、預言者であり、永世する者、自らを血を流す者と名付けた。
He pierced his heart and drained his blood onto the altar. He became the first sacrifice, the first seer, and the first immortal. The man called himself the Bleeding One. Do you mean you have to pierce your heart with a stake?
ヴァンパイアになるには一度心臓を止めないといけないのよ。
It means your heart has to stop beating to become a vampire, says Yvonne. Oh, rough. I mean, like, how does it have to stop beating? Just like stop beating in general? Like, could we do it like a humane way? Because with Vampire Diaries, that was so violent. I think with the Vampire Diaries, wasn't it like you had to drink vampire blood and then die with it in your system? Insane.
悔いは古典的な方法だと思うわよ。私は銃でやったし。あと血も必要ね。
This wholly was also taken from Vampire Diaries. Using a stake would be the classic way, says Madison. I used a gun, and you also need blood. Thank you, Sin. See, my memory's not too bad. Blood, I ask?
ヴァンパイアの血を飲まないと。それから死ぬのが条件。
This is totally from Vampire Diaries. Anyway, vampire blood. You have to drink it before the act of rebirth. I responded in my Discord, but Sinister, that is an impressive collection. That's amazing. Thanks for sharing. For some reason I didn't hear the notification when you sent the message, but I was like, ooh, a message while on break. Yes, I can totally tell your favorite band from your collection. It's painfully obvious. I'm kidding, not painfully. It's really cool. I'll have to post my K-pop collection one day. You'd be like, what the fuck? Actually, no, you won't. See, I feel like I can't get into vinyls. I've never really had interest, but I think we had this discussion before. I'd like to get back into cassettes though. I used to love cassettes as a kid. My mom used to have this big stereo cassette player thing. It was so cool. And I remember childhood core memory. My sister and I would put it in a cassette and we would just do our like dance routines in the living room. We were very much obsessed with Gloria Estefan's Get On Your Feet song. I don't know if you know that song, but it was very popular. Mom's like 90s song. But I remember being as a kid, my sister and I would rewind the cassette and we would play it all the fucking time. So I've thought about it because some K-pop albums do they release a cassette version, and I know some games do too. I don't, but that is adorable. If you ever hold on after stream, I'll find the Spotify version of that song and you should listen to it because Courtship. Oh, that and Shania Twain. We had Shania Twain on cassette, and man, I feel like a woman. My sister and I would do dance routines to Shania Twain all the fucking time, too. I don't think my mom has any of that stuff anymore. Otherwise, I'd ask for it. I barely, but yeah, fucking loved it. It was so much fun. I feel like I could go back into cassettes. I think that would be my thing if I were to do it. I gotta find a good cassette player, though, because, on Amazon, the reviews are either, really good or really trashy and no in between, and I get nervous trying to buy a cassette player. I'll have to really do my research and get one. Maybe that will be when my parents ask me what I want for my birthday in July, I'll be like, a cassette player. Y'all would know better to find a good one than I would. I will not say that to my parents. They would kill me.
どんなものを使っても条件さえ満たせば構わない。ちなみにヴァンパイアになれる確率は 100% ではない。あくまで低確率で選ばれたものだけがヴァンパイアとして蘇る。
Sebastian goes, it doesn't really matter which method you use, as long as the conditions are met. However, you are not guaranteed to become a vampire. It's only a small fraction of those that are reborn. Okay, interesting. That's gambling with your own life. Is that what he proposed to me the other day? And is that really true that everyone here actually died once and came back to life? Lou, that's not for you. Lou, you want to say hi? She sniffed the mic and then was like, nah. I want what's in your hand that you stole from me. I opened a package. I got in the mail today. I got delivered a package of CBD gummies because I was like, you know what? I've been under a lot of stress lately. I think I should chill. And I was like, okay, the package recommends taking one an hour or two before bedtime. And I'm like, well, I go to bed between 9 and 10, so I will take it now. And I don't feel anything yet because obviously I just took it like 2 seconds ago. But Lua now wants to eat the packaging. And I'm like, no, you cannot eat the bag. Sinister says hi. Oh, yeah? She's getting all the butt pats. Oh, no, sit. Lua. She sat on the thingy. How do I return? Oh, thank God. Actually, yeah, I should save just to be safe before Lua sits on something and ruins it. Okay, return. Baby girl, you cannot. Oh God, maybe she's actually not obsessed with the bag, but wants a CBD gummy herself. You cannot have this. Did I read this? I read this. Did you also?
あんたなんでこっち見てんのよ。この儀式を経験しないとヴァンパイアになれないんだからね。例外なしで。
But why do you always give me that suspicious look? Every vampire has gone through the ritual, no exception. No, I say. I was just thinking maybe you had a hard time.
ふふん、心配ご無用よ。私強いんだから。
I don't need your sympathy because I'm strong. Madison, I feel like if I blew on you, you'd fall over. Madison mentioned that she was my age, so I could assume she might have used a gun. But what about the people who became vampires long before guns existed? Why are we thinking like that? It must have been hard for everyone.
もうはるか昔のことだ。
It happened all too long ago, says Sebastian.
そうね。それに私はヴァンパイアになってからの方がいいことがたくさんあったの。同情は結構よ。
I agree. Besides, a lot more good things happened to me after I became a vampire, so don't feel bad about it. Madison, girl, you're adorable, but a strong gust would take you out. Right? Like, she's like, I'm strong. And I'm like, are you though? Like, I feel like as a human, I would be a better person to call for backup than Madison. I adore her, truly, but I'm just like, baby girl. She's such baby girl. I agree, says Yvonne. Besides, a lot more good things happened to me after I became a vampire, so don't feel bad about it. I understand, but can you also explain how becoming a vampire is related to our current situation? Yvonne stopped Sebastian before he could speak.
フォレストがまだ11歳だった頃、当時流行した結核という病気にかかったの。
Forrest was only 11 years old when he was affected by tuberculosis prevalent at the time.
私はすぐに病院に連れて行って良くなったと思っていたのに、運が悪いことに再発してしまった。
Sorry, she unplugged the PC screen, like my monitor for a second. So my screen just went black. But we're good. We're good now. Stop doing that, you menace. I love you. Don't do this to me. My baby. All right, anyway. Yvonne goes, he recovered at the hospital. At least that's what I was thinking as I walked out the building holding hands with him, but it relapsed.
それからはどんな医者に行っても
Mommy,
無駄
that's
だっ
enough
た。
visual novels. For real. No, more like it's, Mommy, you wouldn't let me eat this plastic bag, so fuck you, and you don't get to enjoy anything ever again. That's Lua. She's a vindictive little... She's smart. I swear to God, she likes to do things to upset me, to get a reaction out of me. Like, sometimes I'll see her do something naughty and I'll react, and then she'll start wiggling around being cute, being like, you can't be mad at me. I'm adorable. And I'm like, stop. She's so spiteful. She is. She is. Or she'll be laying on me, right? She'll be laying on my chest because that's where she likes to lay. So, like, I'll be laying down and she'll be on my chest. And then I move a fraction. It doesn't disrupt her. It's like I'm moving my hand or something. She gets upset. She bungee jumps off. She springboards off me. And it hurts so fucking bad. And I'm like, girl. And then she looks at me and then just gives me this look like, well, you shouldn't have moved. How dare you? Exactly. Exactly. Lua gets her revenge. Kai, when he gets punished, he gets upset. And then he gets so relieved. He literally acts like I'm about to abandon him. And so, like, when I, I actually had to lock him up in my room earlier today. Because he was chasing Lua and fighting her. And she didn't want to fight. Normally, if they both want to fight, I'll let it happen because they're cats and they need to get their aggression out. But she didn't want to fight. And he wouldn't stop. So I put him in my room. And he was only in there for 30 minutes. I let him out and he just cries and he rubs against my leg and he's like, Mommy, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'm sorry. I love you. And then he lets me hold him. And Kai doesn't like to be held, but he'll let me hold him after I punish him because he just wants to be loved. And then I feel really bad that I had to mete out a timeout, like a punishment, because then I feel guilty because Kai never does anything spiteful. Lua does, though. Right, baby boy. Kai's actually sleeping on top of my PC right now. He's a cutie. Anyway, see, cats are in the room. I get distracted. Yvonne goes, no doctor could help him this time. This little kid was coughing up blood, thinning out like a mummy, and yet begging me to save him.
あんなに健やかだった子がみるみるうちに冬の枝のように痩せ細って息もまともにできないほど咳をして目の前で助けを求めているのに何もせず見ているだけなんて耐えられなかったわ。
Bubba, what are you doing? Yeah? Is that fun? Lucy tries to apologize immediately after I scare her with canned air when she is doing something she's not supposed to. Like, I will allow her to do whatever it was if she rubs against me. LOL. That's so funny. It's like, no, I'm not going to change my behavior just because you're cute. That's so funny. Lucy trying to butter you up. Yvonne goes, how can I just sit and watch him die out? Am I really the bad person here? Person? I can't speak. I really should just, like, clip every single time I don't say a word correctly and just have, like, a blooper reel. That'd take forever to edit, though. At least I won't be lacking for material.
ヴァンパイアになれるのは結局運よ。
Turning him into a vampire was a gamble I could not take.
万一あの子が死んでしまったらどうしたらいいの？私の手であの子を殺すなんて私は想像もしたくない。
What if he just died? And how can I kill him with my own hands?
安全で確実な方法は契約だけだった。サーバントは病気にも免疫がつくから。
I couldn't stand the idea of Forrest failing to overcome death.
それでセバスティアンを訪ねたの。
Sorry, I'm like covered in fur right now, and so is my mouse. I'm trying to... There you go. The contract was the only way to ensure his safety and absolute certainty. Servants were resistant to diseases.
無許可の契約は禁止されていたし、その誓いを破った場合、私は死ぬでしょうから。
So I went to Sebastian for help, since the contract was forbidden and breaking the pledge meant death. Thanks, Lou. That was great. Appreciate it. I love you.
それなのに、セバスティアンは。
But you... Yvonne's voice trembled as she bit her lip. Her eyes filled with unmistakable hatred as she glared at Sebastian.
断った。
Refused to help. I'm not surprised Sebastian refused to help. Like, he's so logical, and he's obviously been through so much that he's like, this is an inhumane thing to do. Why, I ask?
どんな理由でも主従関係が成立してしまうと従の立場にいる側は不利だからだ。
Whatever the motive, once the contract is complete, it puts the servant at a serious disadvantage.
一度契約を結ぶことになったら契約の当事者以外には 誰もその契約に干渉できない。そんなのは正しい契約と言えない。
No one else can interfere with the contract except those directly involved. Such a contract could never be fair. Honestly, I agree with Sebastian on that one. Like, no way. Like, yes, the kid was begging Yvonne to save him, but he's just a kid. He didn't know what kind of contract he was getting into. Like, he wasn't able to consent properly. I mean, I'm sure Forrest is still happy to be alive, but even he just now was like, you know what? Maybe I'm better off dying. So, like, obviously he's not happy with his life. I don't know. It's not an easy decision to make, but still.
じゃあフォレストを死なせろってこと？私があの時どんな気持ちであなたを訪ねたのか知っていながらどうして断ることができるのよ。
Are you saying I should have just let Forrest die? You know how desperate I was when I asked you for your help. How could you?
それで、お前は今でもこの契約に胸を張れるのか？
So, asked Sebastian, do you feel great about yourself whenever you think of the contract?
それは
Yvonne faltered and her resolve crumbled as she avoided Sebastian's piercing gaze.
俺は確かに断った。しかし、再会した時はすでにイボンとフォレストは主従関係になっていた。
I made it clear that I wouldn't help, but when I met Yvonne and Forrest again, they were master and servant already.
当時の私は元老院の全員の元を訪ねて片っ端から断られたわ。
I requested permission from every member of the Senate, but they all refused.
途方に暮れていた時、誰かが契約書1枚を郵便で送ってくれたの。私の気持ちを理解するという気遣いの手紙と一緒にね。
I was in dismay when someone mailed me a copy of the contract with a note saying that he understood my difficult situation and supported me. That sounds fishy.
疑う余裕なんてなかったのよ。あの子が今にも死んでしまいそうだったから。
Whether it was legitimate or not didn't matter to me at that moment because Forrest was on the verge of death.
契約書は偽物ではなかったから、私はフォレストと契約を結ぶことができた。病気も奇跡的に完治したわ。
Luckily, the copy was real. I was able to complete the contract with Forrest, and he soon fully recovered.
その時は多分元老院としてのメンツがあるから、表では断るふりをしながら私に契約書をこっそり送ってくれたんだと思っていたの。
I convinced myself that the Senate was only pretending to enforce the rules, but was actually helping behind the scenes. Yvonne, please. I understand why Forrest can't heal himself using human blood, but how is that a reason to refuse treatment? Yvonne sighed.
成長するにつれて私とフォレストの意見は食い違うようになったのよ。
As Forrest grew up, his values began to diverge from mine.
私はあの子もヴァンパイアになって永遠に一緒に暮らすことを望んだのだけれど、フォレストは人間として生きて家庭を築きたかったみたい。
I wanted him to become a vampire and live with me forever, but he wanted to remain human and have a family of his own. Wow, Yvonne sounds really fucking lonely. She's like, I want Forrest to become a vampire. I want MC to become a vampire. Like, she really just sounds super fucking lonely, and I feel so bad for her. But at the same time, it's like, let Forrest live.
私たちは少しずつすれ違っていって、思春期というか反抗期かしらね。
When he hit adolescence, the distance between us only grew.
お前はフォレストの選択を尊重しなければならない。
You should have respected Forrest's decision, said Sebastian.
人間は長くても100年で死ぬわ。病気になればもっと早くね。
Humans die in less than 100 years, and much sooner if they fall ill or get injured.
ヴァンパイアになりたくてもなれない人は大勢いるのよ。もっと冷静に考えてほしいわ。
There are thousands of people who would give anything to become vampires but can't. He needs to realize how irrational he's being. Yvonne, please. That's not fair. He's not being irrational. It's his fucking body. He has bodily autonomy of what happens to him. In truth, Yvonne was the most irrational of us all right now, but no one dared to point it out.
ヴァンパイアが人間の血で傷を回復するように、サーバントは主人の血で傷を回復する。
Just as vampires heal through human blood, servants rely on their master's blood to recover from injuries. Oh,
しかし
interesting.
フォレストはほぼ100年間ずっとイボンの血を拒否してきた。
But Forrest has been refusing to drink Yvonne's blood for nearly 100 years.
サーバントは主人の体質を受け継ぐが、それはあくまでも主人の血を飲んで成立する。
Servants can only tap into a portion of their master's powers if they have access to their master's blood.
主人の血を飲まないサーバントというのは平凡な人間と変わらないんだ。だからさっきのように治療を拒否し続けていたら、フォレストは体内に残っていたイボンの血を全て失い、死んでいただろう。
Without it, they're no better than ordinary humans. If Forrest kept refusing Yvonne's blood, he would have eventually used up the remaining reserves in his body and died. Wow. Sebastian's words weighed heavily on me. Yvonne had signed the contract to save a dying Forrest. I made Forrest extend that contract to save him once again. What was the difference between Yvonne and me? A heavy silence settled over the room. After a moment, Madison stood up, breaking the stillness.
私もうすぐ夜勤の時間なので。
I have to go for my night shift. Girl! Cancel! Call out! She's like, no, I want to get away from this conversation as fast as possible. I don't want to deal with this shit.
そうなの。いってらっしゃい。スイートハートはシャワー浴びていく。土や血でドロドロじゃない。私はしばらく会社に用があるから。セバスティアン。
Go ahead. Sweetheart, would you like to shower? You're covered in dirt and blood. I think I should get to my office and get some work done. And Sebastian?
フォレストのことなら俺に任せろ。
I'll look after Forrest, he interrupts.
お願いね。
Much appreciated. Before I can even start worrying about Forrest's health, finals descended like a tornado. My mind was a blur of study sessions and sleepless nights, and honestly, I'm not even sure what I was thinking most of the time. Suddenly, the semester was over, and I found myself on break, wondering how I'd survived the whirlwind. What now? Oh my god, it's another dove. I woke up in a darkened room, disoriented, and unsure of how long I'd been asleep. A dull, nagging sensation in my head felt like something was pecking at my thoughts. Hey, that hurts! Stop it! I shouted, swinging my arms blindly. Something fluttered away with a rush of feathers. I felt a stiff envelope touching my fingertips. Huh? I flipped on the light, wincing as the bright, white glare stung my eyes. After a moment to adjust, I glanced down at the envelope resting on my bed. A letter? Did a pigeon just peck me? I tore open the envelope. Just like last time, the playful handwriting was unmistakable. Now that you've made it through your crisis, shall we continue our magic lessons? Please come to my store. With exams and everything that had happened to Forrest, Everin had completely slipped my mind. I frowned at the mention of having made it through the crisis. During finals, I rarely went out alone, always accompanied by either Madison or one of Yvonne's bodyguards. Yvonne had been tirelessly searching for the culprit, but it hasn't been easy. I knew I had to learn magic if someone unknown was targeting me, not just to protect myself, but to protect those around me as well. Hey, it's been a while, Everard.
おやなんだかかなり昇進しているように見えますね、レイディ。
Ah,
そんな時には
Mabi.
心が落ち着く青いバラです。いかがですか？
Ah, my lady, you seem upset. How about a blue rose to lift your spirits a little? I'm not in the mood for flowers. Forrest got hurt by trying to protect me.
それはとてもラッキーですね。あなたに及ぶはずの危険が彼に向いたのですから。
Well, you're lucky the danger missed you. Lucky for me. I snapped, unable to keep the anger out of my voice. How could you say that? I just told you someone got hurt instead of me. Forrest almost bled to death.
まあね。でもあなたであれば確実に即死だったでしょ。人間なんですから。
But if it had been you, you would have certainly died, since you are just an ordinary human. So what? Do you expect me to be happy about it? I'm not so heartless as to laugh at someone's sacrifice for my sake. Everard snorted dismissively.
ハロウィンの前まであなたは社会と断絶して生きていた引きこもりでした。そんなあなたがなぜ今になってこんなにも他人を心配しているのか、私には理解不能なんですよね。関係ないでしょ。自分さえ安全なら。
Okay, asshole. Not too long ago, up until Halloween, you were a loner who kept away from everyone. I don't get why you're so worried about others now. Isn't your safety your top priority? I was just going through a rough time back then. Being unable to connect with people is different from being insensitive to others' sacrifices. Don't mix them up.
ああ、そんなに興奮しないで、レイディ。フォレストではなく、普通の人間だったら死んでいた。ラッキーというほかありませんよね。
Let's not get worked up over this, milady. Had your company been human instead of Forrest, they certainly wouldn't have survived.
あなたに危機が迫ること、そして彼が結局死なずに済むというのは確定していたのですよ。
So honestly, this is the better outcome. This crisis was unavoidable for you. Everard flipped a tarot card. The card revealed a vibrant image of a wheel with the word fortune prominently displayed beneath it. The word caught my eye, holding my attention as if it carried a weight of its own.
運命とは避けたくても避けられない。私がいくら具体的に警告したとしても、今回起きたことを回避する方法はなかったでしょう。
Fortune is inevitable. No matter how specific my warning was, you couldn't have avoided it.
それでもレイディにちゃんと忠告した私は、お礼を聞く資格があると思うのですが。
And don't you think I deserve a thank you instead of your fits for giving you a warning? Do you really want to be thanked that much?
もちろん。それは手間のかかる働きをしましたから。
I did make an effort. You can't deny that. Well, well then, thank you so much for that heads up.
いや、どういたしまして。
My pleasure, he goes. Everard smiled, removing his hat with a flourish and bowing politely. I couldn't help but feel like I was getting swept up in his rhythm. I hope nothing like this happens again in the future.
だからこれから防御魔法を。
In that case, let's move on with our defense magic lesson. Will it be able to protect other people too? I ask.
いいえ、ご自身だけ。
No, it can only protect you. Then I'm not interested in learning it. Girl, learning this protection is still good because then... Never mind. We'll let the illogicalness stand.
ふーん。
Oh? Oh, he
Oh.
looks nervous. Look at that sweat drop right there. Everard tilted his head, giving me an attentive look. His interest seemed piqued now.
初心者ならとりあえず自身を守る方法から学んだ方がいいのにな。
It's usually best for beginners to focus on protecting themselves first. I'm the one learning it, so please respect my decision. Ow, bud. Don't attack my feetsies.
まあ、もちろん。私はいつだってレイディの意見を尊重させていただいておりますよ。どんな時も、どんな状況であってもね。
I, of course, always respect my lady's opinions and decisions, no matter the circumstance. I want to learn magic that can protect both myself and others.
なるほど、なるほど。ただし。
Very well, however. Everard smiled slyly. Oh god, I don't like this.
強欲は破滅を招く。それを忘れないようにしてくださいね。
Remember, greed leads to destruction. How is it being greedy wanting to help use magic to protect other people. He's just like, I just want you to be this selfish little bitch. Kill it with fire. Yeah. I just want to set him on fire. That would be great. I wish that would be an option. I don't like Everards at all. How's it greedy to want to protect the people I care about?
普通の人間は自分自身すらろくに守れない。まあそんなこと知ったこっちゃないんですけど。
Most people can't even protect themselves, but that's not my concern. You know what? Kind of fair. I really do think she should learn that protection spell for herself first and then learn one to protect everyone. But what do I know? I'm just, a pagan that practices witchcraft. What do I fucking know? Everard reached into his pocket and pulled out another deck of cards. With a swift practice motion, he began to shuffle them. Finally, he spread them out in an arc. The cards floated effortlessly in midair.
さあ、一枚選んでください。
Why don't you pick one? You're just going to teach me whatever you want anyway. Does it really make a difference if I pick one? I ask.
当然、意味ありますよ。選択こそ人生において最も重要な要素と言えましょう。
Of course it does. Choices are what shape a person's fate, after all. I reached out and picked one of the cards from the floating arc. As soon as I touched it, the ordinary cards shimmered, transforming into a golden one right before my eyes.
おやおや、大当たりですが、残念ながら巨額の賞金などは差し上げられません。代わりに、この雑貨店を思う存分見物できる権利を差し上げます。
And the winner is you! But I'm afraid there's no prize this time. Instead, I'll grant you unrestricted access to browse my miscellaneous store. Lame. Just saying. No thanks. So what does the card mean? The card displayed an image of 3 thin sticks. Is this even a magic? Yes, it's called the 3 of Wands. MC. The 3 of Wands. It's a card.
ああ、針ですね。時計の針。
These are pointers, like clock hands. What? Clock hands, so this is...
すべてを守りたいという強欲な人間に最もお似合いの魔法
You
で
should
す
see
ね。
the face I'm making. The magic for our ambitious human friend, for the one who wants to save everyone. The golden cards suddenly began to crumble into ash, slipping through my fingers like fine sand.
時間の魔法ですよ。
It's time magic. A sprout had emerged from the stone bowl on the altar, and in what seemed like moments, it had already grown into a young tree. Is it supposed to grow this fast? I ask.
いいえ、レイディの成長が早い方なのだと言っておきましょう。準備はいいですか？
No, your tree is growing unusually fast. Are you ready? Ready for what? And why is it growing unusually fast? I'm ready. Why are we not asking questions?
魔法は奥深く難解なので、学習する過程は長く退屈です。しかし、私はその過程をぎゅっと凝縮いたしました。
Magic is arcane and esoteric, and learning it is a long, tedious process. However, everyone would be surprised to see how much I've shortened it. Main points, please.
適切なリアクションは授業を盛り上げるのに不可欠です。学校で習いませんでした？
Giving the right responses at the right moments makes a lecture more engaging. Haven't you learned that in college? Oh, wow, this is awesome, amazing, great, the best.
はあ、そんな当たり前なことを大げさに言われても困りますね。
You don't have to exaggerate the obvious. If only I could punch him in the face! Took a screenshot of that.
魔法の使い方は意外と簡単です。適切な媒体と適切な呪文を読むことで成立します。
Casting magic is simple. You just need the right medium with the right chant. Oh my gosh, words.
ただ、何が適切なのか知らないがゆえに、ほとんどの人間は魔法を使えないのです。
The problem is, humans don't usually understand what's right. That's why many have failed to learn magic.
また、それらの解釈に差があるので、習得するのに時間がかかるってわけです。
They also don't have enough time
ここで問題。
Mabi.
時間の媒体とは何でしょうか？
They also don't have enough time to understand the various interpretations of the spell. Now a question for you. What do you think is the medium of time? The clock hands?
針がなければ時計ではないのですか？
Does time stop when a clock has no hands? No.
それなら針は時間の媒体とは言えませんね。
Then it can't be
問
considered.
題を少し変
I
えま
keep
しょう。
doing it. He keeps doing too long of
時間
spaces
の
in between
革
his
新
words.
とは何でしょうか？
That it can't be considered a medium. Let me change the question. What is time? Time is a flow? Time is a human construct, but okay. Everard snaps his fingers, a grin spreading across his face.
ふう、よかった。完全に間抜けってわけじゃなかったんですね。誰でも取り柄の一つくらいあると言いますしね。
This bitch. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. I'm glad you aren't a tin man with no brain. Fuck you. I hate this guy. I hate him. Now I'm reduced to a 10 man with no brain?
魔法では平静を保つことは重要です。落ち着いて。
Maintaining your composure is important in casting magic. Calm yourself. Bitch, I will fight you. Everard reached into the air, and as if by magic, an hourglass appeared in his hand.
時間を扱うさまざまな作品で時間を巻き戻す演出として砂時計を使うのにはちゃんと理由があるのです。
There's a reason why many forms of creative media use an hourglass to represent the rewinding of time. Will I have to carry sand with me everywhere?
それはあまりにも非効率的じゃないですか？重いし。
That would be way too inefficient. And heavy. Everard frowned, clearly unimpressed by the idea. He handed me the hourglass.
この砂がすべて落ちるまで時間を戻せるというのはいかがでしょう？
You can rewind time to the moment when the sand just started to fall.
最初はこの砂時計で測れる時間だけ。上達すればもっと。
First, you'll have to learn how to rewind to the full capacity of this hourglass. Once you've mastered that, you can rewind even more time.
どれだけ過去へ遡れるかはレイディ、あなた次第です。
How much time you can rewind depends on your skill, milady. I get the medium. What about the chance?
時の流れから逸脱せし者、汝の被造物が謁見を求める。天高きエデンにて君臨せよ。我が信仰の種は大木となり、汝を守る影となろう。おお、憐れみたまえ。
Okay, let's do this. Thou who art unshackled by the flow of time, thy servant beseeches thee. From the highest peak of the land, watch over us. Have pity upon us and grant our humble request. For I have sown the seed that shall grow into a tree, offering thee shade for thy rest. Wait. Why is it so long? You're pulling a prank on me again, aren't you? Everard clicked his tongue.
少しの間で随分勘が鋭くなったようですね。
You've gotten sharp too quickly. Actually, chance can be that long, or how short, as long as you get your point across. Either way. You thought you could fool me again?
呪文は何でも好きなようにしてくださいよ。言葉自体には何の力もないんですから。
You can mutter anything as a chant. The words themselves don't really have a power. After some thought, I decided to go with time. Nice and simple, right? Girl! I can't. Time seemed to fly by as I immersed myself in learning the magic of time from Everard. Before I knew it, Christmas had arrived. Madison and I found ourselves sorting through the pile of mail and packages that had accumulated on the porch, the crisp winter air nipping at our fingers as we worked. This one's yours, this one's mine, and this is for both of us.
ほんとだ。珍しいわね。
Eh? That's odd. It was unusual to receive a letter addressed to both Madison and me. I carefully opened the envelope, revealing an elegant invitation inside. The handwriting was refined and classy. Yvonne's. It's from Yvonne! I wish I could move my arms for this model. But you can see I cheered. You are invited to Yvonne's Christmas party. Please note that entry is exclusive to guests presenting this invitation. Kindly ensure you do not misplace it.
クリスマスパーティー？ああ、いつもの忘年会ね。
Christmas party? Asked Madison. Oh, the end of the year party. Yeah, I think it's to celebrate the end of the year and for his recovery. Yes, MC. Madison just literally called it the end of the year party, but okay.
でも、あれってヴァンパイア専用のパーティーのはずなんだけど、あんたを招待するなんてどういうつもりかしら？
But this party is just for vampires. I don't get why she invited you. I'm not sure either. I shrugged, the answer not coming easily. Because Yvonne wants us to be a vampire.
まあ、どうでもいいわね。それで、行くの？
Well, whatever. So are you going? What about you?
私は当然行くわ。ハロウィンパーティーで完全に笑い
Hey,
物に
she's
され
kind
た
of
んですもの。
oblivious sometimes. Give her a
この
break.
パーティーでお名返上、名誉挽回よ。
I go through moments, Sinister, where I'm like, wow, MC's a badass. She calls people out. She's funny. She's sassy. And then she'll say something like that. And I'm like, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I can't blame Everard for like being like, well, broken clock is right twice a day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm pissed, but you're not fucking wrong with MC sometimes. That shit goes over her head. What was that other one you played where we kept making fun of the MC? Oh, those Bustafellows. Tetua? The journalist? I'm guessing it's her. Yes. I'm going to tell you right now, I played the Bustafellows 2 demo because they're releasing the second game, and I do plan on playing it. She did not improve that much. I will tell you that right now. Also, they introduced a couple of new characters for the second game. They're not romanceable, but one dude freaks me the fuck out. I clipped him because I want to do an edit because he looks like a fish that just stares into your soul. I'm gonna maybe hopefully this weekend work on the edit because I can't get it out of my head. But no, Tetua does not improve in the second game. But Shu and Limbo are still fine as fuck. Also, one of the new characters that you can't romance. I'm upset you can't romance him. Hot as shit. If you ever are bored, it's on YouTube. My YouTube. I reacted to the demo. But yeah. Poor Tetua. You know what's really sad though? She is not the worst MC I've ever played. I've played so many dating sims. She is not the worst one. I'd rather play Tetua than some of the other girly pops I've played as. But those games were long ago, and I don't want to replay them again. So, yeah. Who knows? There's many more dating sims in our future, so we might find someone worse than Tetua together. How? She was so dim. At least Tetua had somewhat of a personality. There are some MCs that literally have no personality whatsoever. They're dense, they're boring, they're oblivious. They literally go through life and then you see the love interest falling in love with them and I'm like, why? Why are you falling in love with me? Watching paint dry is more fun than my MC at this point. Yeah, like a blank canvas to project yourself onto. Yeah, some of the dating sims have shied away from that, but in the beginning, like a lot of the traditional ones, like all those years ago, like I started playing dating sims in middle school, like Otome games. I've been playing games for that long, and in the beginning, a lot of them were just like, man, I'd rather watch paint dry. But now lately, they're actually giving some personality, like thank God. But yeah, it gets interesting. I don't like self-insert MCs. I will say that. Because here's the thing. I can self-insert on my own. I constantly have storylines from games and books running side by side in my head with my own self-insert. When I'm actually reading or playing the physical media, I don't need a self-insert because it's like a TV show. I don't need to do that right now. But yeah, it can get very full of drama because some people only want to self-insert and don't have any of their own imaginations. And they admit that. They're like, I can't imagine anything, so I need to have a self-insert. And I'm just like, Brett, then get an imagination. Sorry, not sorry. I can't help you with that one. But anyway, I'll move on because otherwise I'll just get even more mean. Madison goes, I'm going. Everyone is gossiping about my Halloween party. I have to show them I'm perfectly fine. Honestly, I'd love to go as long as I'm safe there.
安心して。あんたのことは私が守ってあげるわ。
Trust me, I can protect you, says Madison. Every time she says something like that, I just want to pinch her cheeks like I'm some grandmother and pat her head like, yeah, it's okay. Yes, you can, Madison. You got this. It's okay. And then being like, where's the other real adult in the room? Madison feels like a kid. And sometimes I love it because it's adorable. But part of me is like, if I romance her, I don't know how I feel about it. I smiled, but truth be told, her reassurance wasn't all that comforting. By the way, do you have a dress for the party?
ええ。ああ、いや。パーティーに着ていけるほどではないかも。あんたは？
No, I do have a couple of dresses, but they aren't the type to be worn at an end of the year party. What about you? I haven't been to a party in years. That's a lie. We were just at the Halloween party. All my dresses, aside from the Halloween costume, don't fit anymore. Looks like I'll need to buy a new one.
じゃあ買いに行きましょう。でもイボンのパーティーってすんごいゴージャスっていうか、その辺のドレスじゃ浮くかも。
Want to go shopping? I'm a bit worried though. Yvonne's parties are always so fancy. I'm not sure we can afford something suitable. I hope to God we get new outfit sprites for this party. Also, I gotta be careful because I read the terms of streaming for this game and we can stream up until the Christmas party. So this might be the last Velvet Bite stream. I didn't know how long it would take to get to the Christmas party. But we seem to be like there. So this might be the last Velvet Bite stream to be safe. And if you like it enough, you can buy it yourself or other options that I will not say on stream. I know. We don't get to play the whole game with this one. It's so sad. Honestly, though, I'm happy to spoil. If ever I play a dating sim that I cannot finish, feel free to DM me and be like, I want to know what happened. Spill the tea. Cece and I play games together but separately, and I'll play a visual novel and stream it in the Discord, and Cece will watch me play. Like, I will tell you what you want to know, what you desire. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, feel free to. Heck, I'll even put it in the Discord channel, but I'll of course censor it. I'll put like the spoiler tag, so like you have to like click on it to read it. Whatever y'all want. Because I will say, dating sims are not cheap. They are not. The key I got for Him, the Smile and Bloom, the game was like $50. And I'm so grateful that that P-Cube Studios gave me a key, and I can't wait to play more of it. I can only play up till chapter 8 for that, which sucks, but I will on stream. I can play it to the end privately. But dating sims are not cheap. It's not a cheap hobby at all. So happy to do my part to help everyone out. We put our heads together, brainstorming ideas, but nothing seemed to click. Eventually, we gave up on the dress dilemma and went back to organizing the mountain of parcels.
Huh?
Hey. Huh? What is it?
イボンからのクリスマスプレゼント。あんたも早く開けてみて。
Aw, did Yvonne gift us dresses? Yvonne sent us a Christmas gift. Check yours out. It might be that other package. When I opened my package, I found a thick envelope and a brooch box. Yvonne had included a bundle of cash in the envelope. Oh! Sugar mama, heyo! I'll be your sugar baby. She gave me a brooch. What about you?
私も同じよ。デザインはちょっと違うけど、これものすごく高そう。
Same. The design looks a little different. These look really expensive. Yeah, I guess I can't resist going to the party. By the way, the dress code is casual according to the invitation.
よし、それなら大丈夫ね。
Great.
私に任せて。
Leave everything to me, says Madison. I carefully put the brooch back into the box, feeling a surge of excitement. It had been a long time since I looked forward to Christmas this much. This year has been a whirlwind, filled with both highs and lows since the Halloween party. With Christmas Eve upon me, I decided it was the perfect time to pick out gifts for those who had stood by me throughout the year. I glanced at my phone, noticing a flurry of text messages waiting for me. Oh, Bud. Hi, that's my butt. Ow. Kai, that's my butt. Stop it. Okay, ow, okay. Sorry, my model might spaz out because I'm awkwardly close to the camera because of Kai. Anyway, oh, I clicked something I shouldn't. All right, we're back. Robin texted us. I can't believe it's almost Christmas. Will you be coming to the Christmas party this year? I respond, I'm sorry, Robin. I already have a party to attend on Christmas. I'll be sure to come next year. Kai, LOL. So Kai loves my gaming chair, like loves it. Like he takes naps on it all the time. And sometimes I'm on the chair for too long. So he taps my butt. So I scooch forward. And then he can sit behind me on the chair. So Kai's not trying to feel me up. He's just telling me to move my fat ass. Anyway, Robin goes, don't be sorry. I'm more than happy for you that you are hanging out with other people. I respond, thanks for always taking care of me. I love you. How are you doing with your expenses? I have plenty, more than enough to pay my tuition. How do we have that much expenses? Ow, bud. Perfect. I guess I don't have to worry about you anymore. I sent you some pocket money for Christmas. Use it when you go out with friends. Thanks, Robin. Oh, now we're texting Forrest. Are you enjoying your break? I am. What about you, Forrest? How are you feeling? I feel fine, except that Yvonne confiscated my motorcycle. Poor Forrest. Oh, no. It's okay. She gave me a car key instead. Psst. Sugar mama to the rescue. Then are you allowed to go out, I ask? Of course. Do you have a plan for Christmas Eve? If you don't, do you want to hang out with me? Madison goes, what are you doing on Christmas Eve? Buying gifts. We're so late. Everything to the last minute. Gifts? Yeah, what about you? I also have to buy something. You're debating which one to get, am I right? How did you know? Will you help me? Yvonne goes, sweetheart, did you get the package? I did. It's really pretty. Thank you. I paid extra attention to pick the right one for my dear sweetheart. Yvonne, stop. I'm getting warm. How did you know what to match with my style? I run a jewelry business too. Of course she does. I could tell from my experience. You must be really busy in this holiday season. That's the joy of running a business. By the way, sweetheart, are you free on Christmas Eve? Sebastian goes, there's some place I'd like to take you to. Are you available on Christmas Eve? Wow, I be pulling bitches. Look at me go. I have to buy some gifts. Where do you want to go? Somewhere you'll like to visit, he says. Somewhere I'll like. I like my home the best. MC, you're so real for that. I like my home the best too. I can't. Somewhere I like. I like my home the best. That's so fucking funny. Let me correct that. It's somewhere I like to visit. Sebastian. It's not a movie theater, is it? You want to see a movie? I was just kidding. So, can you make time? I glance through the messages and respond to one, setting up a time to meet. Obviously, it's gonna be Yvonne.
スイートハート、これまで何か変わったことは？
Sweetheart, has anything happened over the past few days? Nothing happened. I always had a company when... Gosh, this translation. I always had company when I went out.
最近は物騒だから犯人が捕まるまでは不便でも少しだけ我慢してちょうだい。お願いね。
Please bear with it until I catch the attacker. It's a dangerous world out there. I understand. It's for my own protection. Do you have any leads on who the attacker might be?
ええ、おそらく覚悟の上で及んだ犯行なんだと思うわ。ここまで徹底して痕跡を隠すためにはあらかじめ綿密に計画を練らないと。でもそこまでしてあなたを狙ったというのが不可解な点なのよね。だって
Not yet. I think it was a planned assault. It's not easy to leave nothing at the scene unless it was carefully orchestrated. And this is the part I don't understand the most, because Yvonne's hands moved gracefully as she adjusted my outfit.
スイートハートはこんなに可愛くて愛くるしいのに、そんなあなたに恨みを抱くなんてどれだけこじれた存在なのか見当もつかないわ。
My sweetheart is so cute and lovely. How could anyone hold a grudge against you? I can't imagine how twisted that person must be. Yvonne, stop. My head is gonna be too big. I don't really know if anyone would hold a grudge against me, I say. I've never been to any places other than the clinic until I got into university.
恥ずかしがる顔も可愛い。
Look at you getting shy and all. An employee walked over with a polite smile when they noticed us standing still.
クリスマスイブなのにこんな憂鬱な話ばかりしてちゃダメよね。お買い物と行きましょう。
Come on, let's not talk something discouraging on Christmas Eve. Let's go shopping. Is this in this luxury boutique? I ask.
あら、私がウィンドウショッピングなんてすると思って。
You didn't think I would bring you here just to window shop, did you? Sugar mommy, yes. The black card Yvonne pulled from her wallet caught the light, glinting as she held it between her fingers. My girl got a black card. Fuck yeah.
どう？ショッピングは楽しかった？
So, did you enjoy shopping? It was insane. The digits on the price tags were figures I'd never even imagined, yet Yvonne and the staff exchanged them as if it was nothing. She would glance over hundreds of luxury items, swiftly ring them up, and then move on to the next store without hesitation. While I was still debating what might look good on me, Yvonne would already be right behind me, finalizing the purchase. This happened so often that I eventually gave up and just followed her lead.
いいビジネスをするにはこういう贈り物に使うお金は惜しんではいけないのよ。
You should never be moderate with gifts if you run a business. I don't think I'll ever be able to run a business in that case.
まだやったことがないからよ。やればすぐ慣れるわ。そうしたら次第にただの数字遊びになる。
That's because you don't have the experience. You'll get the hang of it once you try. Business is a play of numbers. She's not wrong.
今日買ったものはすぐ家に届くからね。
By the way, everything we purchased today will be delivered right to your doorstep, so don't worry about it. Babe, you have me. Take me. I'm glad to hear that. I would have needed a van to carry all that home. How much wealth do you have, really?
そうね。多分今日使った分だけ今も増え続けてるわよ。もうとっくに数えるのは諦めたわ。ところで、
Bruh.
財産のこと以外には興味ない？
It's probably increasing by the amount I spent today. I don't really know. I've stopped doing the math after a certain point. Do you have any other questions besides my wealth? I want to see your tax returns. I want to see your taxes. I'd be lying if I said I didn't, but I don't think you'd like it.
大丈夫よ。何が聞きたいの？
It's okay. Ask away. Why did you become a vampire? Yvonne looked slightly taken aback, but she quickly composed herself and started the car.
よかった。ちょうど寄るところがあったの。そこで教えてあげる。
Well, maybe it's better if I tell you when we get to our next destination. Does this gallery open on Christmas Eve? I ask.
いえ、今日は私が貸し切ったの。こっちに来て。
No, I rented it for today. Follow me. Yvonne led me into a dimly lit room where crimson flames danced along one wall. The room was adorned with vintage floral wallpaper, devoid of any artwork except for a single family portrait hanging prominently in the center. The woman in the picture bore a striking resemblance to Yvonne, but she appeared much older. She had her arms wrapped around a young girl and a boy. Do you have children?
この絵の女性は私の母よ。その横でドレスを掴んでいる子供が私。でも結婚はしたわよ。
That's my mother. The girl she's holding is me. But yes, I was once married. Yvonne was married? What? I glanced at the description next to the portrait, noticing words like witch, bloody, curse, wicked, and villainous. They seemed out of place, almost jarring. They didn't match the image I had of Yvonne.
魔女裁判って聞いたことある？
Do you know about the witch trials? She asked. I do. It was the infamous persecution of women and the powerless which peaked in the early modern period, right? Yvonne took a deep breath. Her voice was steady, but laced with old pain as she began to speak.
野蛮な時代だったわ。
It was a barbaric time.
政略結婚で結ばれた私の夫は結婚式を迎えることができずに死んでしまったの。
Oh, sorry, hold on. I need to. It's just loud for me. Okay. I was married through an arranged union, and not long after our wedding, my husband died. Oh, God, girl.
すると王は未亡人になった私を魔女として告発した。私が悪魔を崇拝したから夫は死んだんだって。
He was frail even before we married, but the king accused me of witchcraft, claiming that I made a pact with the devil to cause his death.
はあ、元から体が弱かっただけなのにね。
All because I was a widowed woman, alone and vulnerable. My goodness, I say, but that's not your fault.
私の言い分なんて重要じゃなかったのよ。どうしても死ぬ運命だったの。でも、どうせ死ぬなら楽に死にたかった。
They didn't really care about what I had to say. My execution was arranged without a hassle. If I had to die, I wanted it to be painless. Yvonne's smile was tinged with the sadness of old wounds. What happened then?
死刑執行の前日、監獄のベッドの上で徹夜で祈ったわ。心も体もボロボロで、できることはもうそれしかなかった。 その時出会ったの、巡礼者に。
I prayed all night on the eve of my execution. It was all I could do with my broken body, and that's when I met him, a man who called himself a pilgrim. A pilgrim? I asked.
自分を巡礼者だと言った男は私に尋ねた。このまま人として死ぬのか、人と異なる存在になって茨の道を歩くか。
Hold on, let me read the line first before I say what I was going to say. He asked me whether I die a human or take his offer to become a different entity and live a life walking through thorns. That is the very first choice we made. If we wanted like an easy path or the path through thorns, and I chose thorns. We're going to become a vampire. I feel it. So did you decide to walk through the thorns?
他に方法はないでしょ。私はあの状況から脱することができるのなら何でもしたわ。
What else could I do? I would have done anything to get myself out of that situation.
藁にもすがる思いで彼の提案を承諾した。
I accepted his offer as if grasping at straws.
そうしたら彼がまた私に尋ねたの。その決断を後悔しないかと。
And he asked me again whether I wouldn't regret my decision.
確か3回くらいね。もちろん後悔しないと答えると、彼は私に赤い液体の入った瓶を渡した。
I had to tell him 3 times that I wouldn't regret it. Only then did he finally give me a potion with a red liquid. Was it blood? I asked.
そうよ。 血って本来生臭いじゃない。
Yes, you know how blood tastes metallic, right?
でもそれは本当に奇妙で、まるで全身の細胞が覚醒したようだったわ。
But this liquid, it was strange, as if my very cells were waking up after drinking it.
巡礼者は私を殺さなかったのだけれど、翌日どうせ死刑だったから特に必要なかったみたいね。
The pilgrim didn't kill me immediately. Now that I think back, he probably felt no need to explain anything since I was to be executed anyway. That's so fucked up, though.
処刑のことは省略するわ。とても愉快な話ではないし。
I won't go into the details of the actual execution. It wasn't pretty. I bet. The memory of Yvonne's reluctance to look at fire-themed artworks during our last visit to the exhibition flashed through my mind. I can only imagine how blistering, how agonizing the end of her human life must have been.
あらあら、クリスマスイブに話すには重かったかしら。
Oh my, perhaps that was too depressing for Christmas Eve. Look at us! We finally have a CG! And look at us! We have pink hair! And violet eyes! We're pretty! Look at our little hair thingy! Oh my god. Hot. Yeah, exactly. We're just two hot bitches right now. Don't apologize. I agree. Hot! Feeling a wave of sympathy, I awkwardly reached out and hugged Yvonne. She seemed surprised at first, but then she gently wrapped her arms around me. I'm sorry about the pain you had to go through.
大丈夫よ。もう過ぎたことだから。
I'm okay. It was all a long time ago. Oh, ads are gonna start any second, but I'm not BRBing because I want to get through not get through this. I'm like, well, I'm getting close to when I'm gonna stop streaming anyway, and I do want to get through this scene. So I'm sorry for the people watching at the end if you have ads. I love you. But yeah, I'm gonna work through it. I'm sure your future will shine brightly.
あなたもね。
I wish the same for you, my dear sweetheart.
こんな話誰にもしたことなかったけれど、こんな風に慰めてもらえると嬉しいわね。
You know, I've never shared my story with anyone before, but it feels nice to have someone listen.
だからみんな悩み相談をするのかも。ありがとう、スイートハート。
Thank you. I suppose this is why people go to therapists. Her sweetness made my eyes well up with tears. Oh, okay.
ご来賓の皆様、
We have to
今年
stop
も
here.
一年お疲れ様でした。本日はクリスマスパーティーにお越しいただき、誠にありがとうございます。
So I'm gonna save, and this is the end of our rope. We did it. We made it to the Christmas party that I cannot stream. So sad. I feel bad. I want you all to see it. See the end. I feel like we didn't really get much romance. Yeah, I'm upset, Sinister. Because like, why up until the Christmas party? Does that mean the game's almost over? If so, I feel like there hasn't been much romance. I feel like I've gotten more romance from Sebastian, and I haven't even gone on any dates with him. So, like, I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to play it, like, finish it on my time and see how I feel. But my preliminary is I like the art. The plot is interesting. I mean, there's still left so much unfinished. Like, we don't know why we're being targeted. Probably because we're a special human. Who knows? But anyway, I will be back Saturday. Y'all never see me do a Saturday stream, but I will be back Saturday for the for the Uplifting Women Unite raid train. I will be at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we'll be playing, of course, Sinister. Thank you for being here, and thank you for making me laugh. We had some interesting topics we spoke about. yeah, so I'll be playing Somnium 11 because it's made by Nochi Studios, which is an all-women gaming company, like development company. So I figured the best way to celebrate, you know, International Women's Day, because that is also Saturday. Hello, yeah, we did. Heck yeah. Why not uplift women who make games? So that's why I'm gonna play that. Plus, it's a dating sim. Yeah, right. And it's a dating sim like inspired by the Hunger Games. So we got stats we gotta build. We got trials we have to pass. It's gonna be a fun ass game. I played a little bit of it, not the full game because I had beta access because I was a backer on Kickstarter. But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna wait to upload the schedule for next week. Until after the stream on Saturday because I don't want people getting confused since my current schedule's still active. And then what else did I want to say? I will be streaming Sunday, so be on the lookout. It'll be Sunday afternoon. Oh, that's why I wanted to talk about it. Moving forward, because Arizona doesn't change time zones, we don't do daylight savings, I'm going to start announcing my times in Pacific Standard Time because we literally share the same time as California. So during this time of daylight savings. So moving forward, the next schedule onward will be in Pacific Standard Time. It must be nice. It is nice. It's a bitch though when trying to tell people what time zone I'm in, because I'll be like, we're always Mountain Standard Time. We are never Mountain Daylight Time. And they're like, that's the same thing. I'm like, no, it's not. Because come March, we will be in daylight time. Come, was it November? We'll be in standard time. Like, I don't know. But anyway, yes. So to avoid confusion and make it easier on everyone, instead of just saying AZ time, since I have a lot of international followers, we're gonna do Pacific Standard Time. And then that's all the announcements from me. I won't bore you with anything else. So I'm not gonna raid out, but because it's bedtime for me. I'm literally gonna pass the fuck out after this. But anyway.
Remember to stay hydrated.
Thank you. Let me take final sippies before I go. Whew. Took 5 sips for you. But please stay safe, stay hydrated, stay healthy, and hopefully I can see you all Saturday. But until then, take care. Bye.